even bigger show of military strength. Elisa Brady, Fox News. As the world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald Ford and its strike group deploy to U.S. Southern Command in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific.
A Pentagon spokesman says the strike group will bolster U.S. capacity to detect, monitor, and disrupt illegal actors compromising the safety and prosperity of the U.S. Sailing the carrier group from the Mediterranean to South America also further escalates a military buildup in the region to counter what President Trump describes as narco-terrorism. Since early September, U.S. airstrikes have hit several alleged drug trafficking boats, killing at least 43.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. The head of Canada's Ontario province just announcing an ad critical of tariffs and sponsored by his government will be taken down so that trade talks can resume. This after President Trump posted he was ending negotiations with Canada because of the ad. Ontario Premier Doug Ford says the intention was always to initiate a conversation, also suggesting that goal was achieved. A brief court appearance in Virginia for New York's Attorney General in a bank fraud case.
Moments after pleading not guilty to federal charges, New York Attorney General Letitia James told supporters outside the courthouse that the Justice Department is being used as a, quote, tool of revenge.
I will do my job each and every day, and that's why I'm headed back to New York, because there's work to be done, standing up for the rule of law.
James is accused of lying on mortgage papers to secure favorable loan terms on a Virginia home. She was indicted after the top federal prosecutor who had been overseeing the investigation was pushed out by the Trump administration, and the president publicly called on the Justice Department to take action against James.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. Last year, James won a civil fraud case against the then former president, who said it was part of a weaponized system against him. America is listening to Fox News.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Yes. The golden sounds of Let It Rip Friday. Anything goes. Come on in and shake a howdy, as we used to say years ago. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, sidekick, producer, sports, raconteur extraordinaire. The mechanical mangler at the controls. It's Flounder. And it's Friday. It's Friday. Cool and crisp. Freaking 42 degrees or something last night. I love it. Got the heat going. What a country. 35 in the mountains of Macon. Holy smokes. Fantastic. We got a weekend coming up, and, we'll see what's going on. Pete Davis and Mountains of Macon. Big plans?
Just a continued argument from the previous show. Toto's Africa song sucks.
Oh, well, all I can say about that really is Saturday. I didn't hit there you go. Flounder got distracted in there. In fact, Flounder got distracted. He just found out something that you got to take care of the wife here real quick. So I know part of what you're doing this weekend, Flounder. Have you had an update on the disaster awaiting you?
Everything seems to be good. She's home and getting everything ready, so she's been able to tackle all the errands.
Okay, do you want to tell a quick version of the story or not?
We're having family in town this weekend, and a bunch of things went haywire with her today. So she went to pick up a birthday cake. They didn't have it ready. Oh. She had to wait another half hour. When she went to pick it up, they dropped it.
I mean, they don't want her to have that cake.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's okay.
So she got the cake, and she's back home.
Fourth thing. All right, sweetie. Miss Veronica's Saturday.
Birthday cake.
Anyway. Well,
cookie cake.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, a cookie cake. Really?
It's not as good as a birthday cake, but it's pretty good.
Well, I have to say...
Birthday cake's better than cookie cake. Come on.
Well, okay, boys, I'm sorry. Everybody's wrong because the only cake I remember that was has always been out of this world is when my mother would make birthday cakes. And she would make everything from scratch, including the frosting. And when she made a cake, she put the frosting in between the layers about an inch and a half thick. Oh, man. And that made everything.
Bakery.
Oh.
Rhodes Bakery in Snellville, I'm telling you.
Yeah. I mean, every once in a while you can find a place. But, if I'm making a birthday, and I've done it myself. Oh, my God. I'm going to, by golly, I may make a cake this weekend. I've actually made the layer cakes before, but I don't know how to make my own frosting. And that's really the key is to really good stuff. Good. But even that Betty Crocker out of the can is not bad. But you need a lot of it. You need a lot of it all over the place. I mean, that's the key to me. Anyway. All righty. Well, let's see. Boom. Halloween is a week from
today.
Wednesday.
Today.
A week from wait a minute. What's today? Oh God, it's a week from today. Yeah, a week from today. Yeah, Friday. Yeah, Friday, week from today. Oh Lord.
They said there'd be no math.
Again, I don't know what to do because now some of my neighbors have Halloween decorations up, and I have a little decoration up. I should show up when I go home tonight. But for the last 3-4 years, nobody shows. In fact, they all leave. It's a cul-de-sac for townhouses, so it's not flooded with kids. There are kids here, but I think normally they get in the car and they go to places where there are neighborhoods where people going door to door all through. Anyway, so I always buy full-size candy. I do not do the little diddly things. I buy full-size candy bars, and I buy the Snickers and all of them. I mean M&Ms too. I mean just the full bags, all that kind of stuff. And last time I think 2 people showed up kind of by chance, so I don't know. I mean, and plus I don't get home until 7:00, and it's going to be pitch black by then, and they're going to think I won't have any lights on, so they're going to probably soap my garage doors if I think I'd not participate. I'll put a sign up. I'll put a sign up there.
Nobody soaps doors, windows anymore. Nobody.
Somebody actually did that to me when I was married to my wife, Hoppo, that
50 years ago.
Yeah, 50 years ago. It was. Well, I'll tell you what it was. It was 1980. Or 80 or 80, 1980 or maybe 81. And, they didn't like that she was giving out boxes of raisins or something.
Oh, boy. Well, she deserved it.
And I paid for it because I had to fix the garage door. And we came out the next morning to get my car, and it was like, you cheap bastards or so. I forgot what it was. Some horrible sign painted on my...
Tell you what they do in the Ozarks, in Mountain Home, Arkansas.
Yeah.
They throw a burning pumpkin through your front window.
I was going to say, dead possum hanging from your porch. I don't know. Anyway, 308, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We've got a lot of stuff to talk about. We got a lot of newsy stuff. You'll hear some Donald Trump. Honest to goodness, this guy... we have a couple of quick sound bites. If you haven't heard them, they're worth hearing about the things in the news, including Democrats and shooting boats out of the water, which he's done again, and we'll talk about that. Also, there's still, in fact, I was reading some more updated stories on this gambling business, and again, it's of interest to me that most of the people talking about the two-pronged FBI investigation, there were 2 things. They investigated the NBA fixing games, and they investigated NBA stars and others working for the mob fixing gambling things. Okay, the most of the talk about either one of those issues is about the gambling at tables, not the NBA fixing games. Because I think it's a little sexier to think about the mob, running the tables and having X-ray eyeglasses and chandelier cameras and and the fixes in that everybody at the table except one suckers, knows all about. I mean, it's just amazing to talk about it. Although I remember when I said when this happened, we talked about it yesterday when the story broke, and my bottom line still is this: I think this is going to expand. I think think this is going to be enormous. I think if not all, I think almost every NBA team is going to have somebody on there who's been involved in something. And if they find out that the mob has been controlling gambling interests using NBA players from like 20 teams or something with a Casa Nostra, holy criminy. I mean, this could end the league. I mean, it's just going to be enormous. What?
Do you really think that the powers that be would allow that to get out
but then
destroy a multi-billion-dollar operation like the NBA?
Well, I honestly, I don't trust anything about anything. I think we are all so unaware of the power of money. I look at the communist Chinese are still linked with the NBA as far as I know, and have been, and maybe they'll probably be the ones to say, okay, we'll take care of us for you.
They pulled back a little bit because they were mad, and the NBA kind of was disassociated for a little bit, but now they're kind of getting back together.
Yeah, of course they will. After the pressure kind of eases a little bit. But again, I mean, I'll bet in fact, I just saw something about another. People are now looking at past games and saying, remember that time the Lakers played the
especially
Celtics?
Rozier.
Yeah, now wait a minute. Well, I wonder what the hell that was all about when he limped off, when they went down after a dunk and you hurt your arm. Oh, my arm. Yeah, my arm. I mean, now they're looking at all the NBA games where gamblers saying, hey, wait a minute, I thought that was fishy, and you knew that was going to happen. And the FBI, I'll bet you the FBI is going to be getting tips from people saying, hey, check out the game a year and a half ago with the so-and-so. And if they do and start talking to all those players, there's another whole wave of investigations for years. Mm-hmm. I mean, this could be enormous. I mean, this could be unbelievable.
It'll hurt the gambling when it comes to gambling out NBA games. So you're going to think it's on the up and up. If you don't think it's on the up and up,
that's right.
You'll go throw your money on the other leagues and not that one.
That was the other. The repercussion is, how can you trust a game to be on the up and up from now on? I mean, this is unbelievable.
And I was just going to say, how soon before we have the first accusation of racism is behind this to go after the mostly black league?
Yeah.
But Stephen A. already did that yesterday.
He tried that. It's under Biden, so we'll see. Yeah, that was pretty. In fact, you'll hear Kash Patel reacting to that in a few minutes here on the Literate Friday show. Anyway, so we got all the good stuff. So we've been talking about that. Let's see. Hold on. I got a million things here. Boom. I don't even know where to start. Markets are soaring. That darn Donald Trump, that son of a gun, of stock market and more records. My God. Let's see. We'll talk about the ballroom East Wing scandal and how Chelsea Clinton now. Chelsea Clinton, of all people, she of course, her mother's the same way. They should both keep their mouths shut. Those two women have absolutely nothing to say except offering an apology for what they were responsible for 8 freaking years. And Chelsea Clinton now is worth $100 million running the Clinton Foundation. Gee, that's funny. Yeah, I mean,
the Haitian people would have loved to have seen some of that.
Yeah, I mean, unbelievable. Too bad the Doge couldn't follow that money. If that, anyway. So we got that. And plus, it was her father who, remember, founded that. I think it was he founded the special ejaculatorium room over there in the White House there after the. I might have misnamed it, but it was.
The Oval Office.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we got that going for us. Let's see. The Chinese are sending over really hot honey trap women to get guys like Eric Swalwell. Mostly the geeks and nerds although the important people in Silicon Valley, the people with the brains doing AI stuff and computer stuff and investing stuff. And it sounds like the Americans, the Chinese actually are looking long-term for these girls to come in, seduce the guys with all the brain power, marry them, have their children, and take all their secrets over the years. That's the long-term Chinese plan. And I guarantee they're doing it, and they've been doing it.
Round eye, we call it long game.
314. My little yellow friend.
Cato.
Not now, Cato. Give her Pete Flauta, 314. What do you think? Look out.
Stream Atlanta's only conservative voice anywhere you go with the Extra 106.3 app. Now equipped with Apple CarPlay. That means you'll always have Extra's crystal clear HD stream right on your dashboard no matter where you are. Download the all-new Extra 106.3 app now and start streaming.
Pete Davis here, and football is in full swing. And Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. And the best part, you can pick and play right now here in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, rushing yards, INTs, and more. Get your picks right, you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. I'm looking at this Sunday's matchup of the Giants at the Eagles, a big NFC East game. I got New York running back Cam Scatterbo barely going higher on his rushing and receiving TDs, and Giants quarterback Jackson Dart easily besting his passing yards projections as New York tries to come back from blowing that big lead in Denver last weekend. Download the app today, sign up with promo code 1063 to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Experience luxury like never before behind the wheel of a brand new Cadillac from Jim Ellis Cadillac.
From the iconic Escalade to the innovative electric Lyric, Jim Ellis Cadillac offers the models you know and love along with the latest in luxury EVs.
And the buying experience just as luxurious as the Cadillac name itself. With great prices, a great selection, and a team of knowledgeable sales associates, you'll love shopping at their showroom conveniently located on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Prefer to shop from home? Visit JimEllisCadillac.com where you can browse all the latest offers and even start or complete your entire purchase online with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Want to try before you buy? Schedule an at-home test drive and enjoy the convenience of home vehicle delivery. Luxury is waiting. Experience it today at Jim Ellis Cadillac. Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check them out online at atlturfco.com.
Of all the radio ads I've ever done, I only advertised one thing that I think saved my life. My CPAP machine, sleep apnea. And I found the best CPAP dealer out there ever, Roddy at CPAPs, etc. in Alpharetta. CPAPsETC.com. Everything you need, all the supplies, shipped anywhere at a price that often beats insurance. CPAPsETC.com. Go take a peek now.
We all know the importance of good daily habits, whether it's getting your steps in, stretching those limbs, or eating right. Doing it on the regular is key. That's why if you're dealing with everyday aches and pain, it's time to bring Relief Factor into your routine. Relief Factor is a daily supplement that fights pain naturally. Developed by doctors, Relief Factor uses a special formula of 4 natural ingredients. Relief Factor doesn't just mask pain, it helps reduce or even eliminate it. In fact, the longer you take it, the more effective it is. So call 1-800-4-RELIEF and try their 3-week quick start for only $19.95. That's less than $1 a day. Simply call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF. Wherever you're having pain, don't let it keep you from living the life you want. Make Relief Factor part of your daily routine. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 1-800-4-RELIEF. That's 1-800-4-RELIEF.
What are you doing, buddy? Oh, thank you. All right, look out now. Here we go. Boom, 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 boom. Hey, Fats. I was on this day 2017. Piano player and singer and songwriter Fats Domino died, age 89. Died in his home in Harvey, Louisiana, not far from New Orleans. Long-term illness. He was 89. Fats attracted national attention with his first recording called The Fat Man, made in 1949, an early rock and roll record, and it sold 1 million copies by 1953. And that record by Fats Domino is widely considered the actual first rock and roll record to sell 1 million records. Fats had 35 records on the Billboard Top 40. His version of Blueberry Hill is put in the Library of Congress National Recording Registry of Historic Songs, worthy of preservation. Fats Domino. 2017, passed away, 89. Our birthday list include more musical section for the program so far today. Santo Farina, the Santo of Santo and Johnny, is 88. Santo and Johnny. Sleepwalk. Ring, ring. Remember one of the many instrumental top hits back in the 50s and early 60s. I don't hear many of those anymore. Sleepwalk, one of the greatest instrumental songs of all time. And Santo from Santo and Johnny is 88 years old. And on this day, we'll do a little showbiz thing here for our history segment here today. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Don't forget Neil Boortz at 4 o'clock. I think still on, right, Flounder, as far as you know? Is that excellent? I don't know where he is. We'll find out. Excellent.
I think he's in Florida. He's back home.
Excellent. This is a great time to be in Florida, boys. When I was retired, we were down there by then. I'm sorry, Pete. What do you got? Wait. There you go. What a great sound.
It is a great sound.
Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. Talk about slow dancing. Man, get that girl in your arms. And
that's a great song.
I used to... last time I danced was at my daughter's wedding, and I did some tango steps with her.
Liar.
What?
You danced at our wedding.
Oh, well, that's right, too. That's right.
You want to see the video? I got it.
No. Appreciate it. No, in fact, I think the son erased it. No, it's okay. Appreciate it.
It's no problem.
I've got to just, I would be too special and too wonderful to enjoy the memories again. Oh, God. That was me?
There's always somebody recording.
There's always somebody with a camera. My God, man. Anyway, all right. On this day, and she was so sweet. Your lovely bride, Veronica, was just an actual doll. And it was a wonderful day, and you guys were great. And I'm still kicking myself. I had Flounder put on my magic music stick the Yo-Yo Ma's famous cello concerto solo, which that lady did, who was playing the cello at your wedding, at your reception and so forth, out there on the porch, on the patio, and she was playing, and she did that song. She played that just for me, and I can't believe I didn't record her right there. And by the way, if you ever remember her name or something, tell me and I'll give her a plug on the air, because she was wonderful. And I guess she hires out.
Veronica has all that info, okay. So I can get it.
Would you ask her? Because I'd love to give her a plug. Honestly, she was great as she plays the cello at events and stuff, and like background music or whatever. And she was wonderful, and it was excellent and terrific. So anyway, I'd love to give her a free plug, and I wish I had. Crap. Oh, sorry. My Farkalow got hold of my Ringo. Anyway, on this day in history, directed by George Ray Hill from a script written by William Goldman, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid hit the theaters on this day in 1969, loosely based on the real-life story of the real-life pair of train robbers. The movie starred Paul Newman, Robert Redford, Catherine Ross, who I would consider a very handsome woman, Sam Elliott, who was also he did a lot of commercial work, and he's got that look, cowboy look about him, and Cloris Leachman. I'd forgotten she was in Butch Cassidy Sundance Kid. Originally, Jack Lemmon was offered the role of Sundance, but he turned it down because he doesn't like to ride horses. He also said he felt kind of typecast, and other actors considered were Steve McQueen and Warren Beatty. Marlon Brando was once considered to play Cassidy's sidekick, The movie was the top grossing film of the year, 69, nominated for 7 Academy Awards. It won 4 Oscars. Cinematography, original score, best music, song, raindrops keep falling on my head, and best writing, so forth. Anyway. Cover Pete Flounder, how's it going? 325 almost, coming up at 325. 404-741-1230, 741-1230. And we got a little newsy thing here. We're going to play a Donald Trump sound bite number 1 here, Flounder, in just a second. He's at it again. In fact, the Babylon Bee has a little joking headline saying, I wouldn't advise, just a little public service announcement, I wouldn't advise driving any fast speedboats near Venezuela right now in the open waters, because Donald Trump got another boatload of narco-terrorists in a nighttime raid, Tren de Agua vessel in the Caribbean, killed 6 of them. And in fact, Donald Trump was asked to, and again, when he does these live sessions with reporters, he gets questions and talks about anything. And cut number 1, Flounder, when a reporter asked him about whether he really thinks he has the right, without having a declaration of war, to start blowing up boats in the open waters. Cut number 1.
Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead. Okay?
Is that real?
Yes.
Or is that AI?
No, I saw it. It was part of his little round table when he has meetings and stuff at the Oval Office, and he has all the boards of everything, and then he just throws it open to reporters, and it could go on for another couple hours, which we never see or hear. And so these bites kind of pop out every once in a while, and that was one of them. I mean, can you imagine any other president I'm telling you, this man has changed the way the presidency is going to be going on from now on. I think the American people are look at this whole thing. If they see this, I don't know how many see it. I don't know whether the other networks play this stuff. But to me, it's so unbelievably refreshing to have a guy who's so into what he's doing. You know, he's not a politician. He's just a guy who's doing the right thing. I mean, he's smart and he's a businessman and he's a competitor and all. But he's one of us who's doing the right thing, which was all we've ever wanted, really, for president, instead of a freaking actor like Governor Newsom. That freaking Newsom is an actor. He looks like he's acting the role of president. He'll be doing speeches where the sound ends like this. We know it's good for America because it's all good for all of us. When they say all of us like this, it means everyone, jeez, give me a break. Donald Trump, God bless him. I mean, this is freaking unbelievable. Pete Hegseth also says, if you're a narco-terrorist smuggling drugs in our hemisphere, we will treat you like we treat Al-Qaeda day or night. We will map your networks, track your people, hunt you down, and kill you. And, of course, Rand Paul from Kentucky, the senator's, I'm really concerned about not having any, due process here or anything. Hey, Rand, we'll be fine. We'll talk to you later. How about that, okay? All right, we'll be right back to you. These freaking people. Did you see the video and hear the gunshot video at the California Coast Guard base, where a box truck, a U-Haul box truck with headlights on and going backwards towards security personnel, tried apparently to get into the Coast Guard base at Alameda at 10 o'clock and last night. Then you can see the officers there, the guards, were shouting orders, hey, stop, stop. They had noticed that this U-Haul driver was one of those U-Haul rental trucks, and the guy was acting really weird. He'd been driving erratically and tried to back into the base, and they kept telling him, stop, and do that. So they shot at him. They opened fire. They, rat-a-tat-tat like crazy, and then the guy, he announced discharging several rounds of live fire. He ignored commands to stop. They shot the crap out of that truck, and they drove off. They eventually found the truck, and 2 people were later shown to have arrived at local hospitals for gunshot wounds. And they believed one of the guys was the driver of the U-Haul. He probably had somebody else with him. I don't know. I assume there was another guy with him in the truck who got shot. And this is, again, remember, this is after yesterday, demonstrators tried to block the Customs border agents from even getting onto the base. They had patrol officers, California Highway Patrol with riot gear trying to disperse the crowd. They're rioting. They're calling for violence and rioting. And by the way, speaking of the ice thing, did you see that? I can't remember the guy's name. The one guy on CNN who makes sense. Scott Jennings. And Anna Navarro. God, that Anna Navarro, she is a traitor to her country. And she's one of those, she's so stupid. She gets away with everything because she's just so stupid. Anna Navarro, actually, I heard this soundbite of this when they were arguing about it. Anna Navarro says, well, those ICE agents are not trained. They're just not trained. They're running rampant. They're shooting people's dogs. They're taking children and leaving children parked in cars by themselves and taking their parents off to jail, leaving the children alone. And they're shooting neighborhood pets. I mean, and Scott Jennings said, well, wait, what are you talking? What are you? Well, I didn't hear that. She says, well, yeah, they're doing it. And he says, what do you mean they're not trained? She says, well, they're not trained. They're killing dogs and they're leaving children in cars. And Scott Jennings said, well, I've never heard of that. So somebody else on the panel actually said, well, just because you haven't heard it, Scott, doesn't mean it. I'm going, oh my God. I mean, these people are just making up stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're literally making it up. And you can't challenge them because you didn't see it. Oh, really? Did you? You didn't see it? I mean, you can't win with these people. It's honestly, they're like third graders. And you say, oh, yeah, well, that's not what I did. I mean, oh, my God. And the problem is that people are watching this. And, of course, they're saying, well, I guess I'd be really a bunch of Nazis taking children away, leaving them in cars by themselves. That's unbelievable. I mean, no wonder they want to kill us. All right, 3:30. Hey, Literate Friday, how's it going? I don't know. We got to come on, though. We got to look out. Yeah.
Love having a true conservative news and talk station in Atlanta? Then spread the word. Tell your family and friends to download the Extra 106.3 app and stream The Morning Extra, The Kimmer Show, and Atlanta's biggest lineup of conservative voices.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if your old windows have you boiling in the summer and freezing in the winter, you need the pros at Window Nation with installation precision and experience that are second to none. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90Nation for your free estimate. And for a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, plus no payments for 2 years.
The federal EV tax credit may have expired, but the fine folks at Jim Ellis Chevrolet aren't letting that stop you from getting big savings on a new electric vehicle right now.
Jim Ellis Chevrolet is offering up to $6,000 in lease savings on select new Chevy Blazer EV, Equinox EV, and Silverado EV models.
Why? Because Jim Ellis Chevrolet knows value matters. That's why they're stepping up with exclusive offers to keep you moving forward. With electric vehicles that are made smart, capable, and affordable.
But here's the catch. This offer is only good through October, and it's only available on a limited number of EVs. When they're gone, so don't wait.
Find your new EV at JimEllisChevrolet.com or stop by Jim Ellis Chevy on Peachtree Boulevard just inside the perimeter.
Jim Ellis Chevrolet. Together, let's drive.
Up to $6,000 in lease savings applies to in-stock Blazer EV, Equinox EV, and Silverado EV models. Limited quantities available. Some restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. Offer expires October 31st, 2025.
Big moments deserve big-time craftsmanship. At Solomon Brothers Jewelers, we've been family-owned and operated since 1982 because we know what it means to show up when it counts. Jaron Solomon here, and that's why we're proud to be an official Tacori jeweler. Each Tacori ring is handcrafted in California, going through 20 elite artisans before it hits your hands. Not mass-produced, not generic, always personal. And with Solomon Brothers, you get lifetime cleanings, unbeatable financing, and the largest Tacori selection in Georgia. Stop by a store in Buckhead, Alpharetta, or Sharpsburg. Visit SolomonBrothers.com to book your private appointment. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, where love is in the details and legends are built to last. Solomon Brothers Jewelers, proud partner of the Georgia Bulldogs and official jeweler of the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and for Stovall, this is a cause that's near to our hearts. We all know someone that has been affected by this terrible disease, and we have partnered with many of our vendors to raise money for this worthy cause. During the entire month of October, 100% of the proceeds of our selection of pink plants, as well as 10% of all Rainbow Irrigation sales, will be donated to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. All Stovall locations will also be giving out free gifts for any donations made in store. For a full list of pink plants, as well as other ways to show your support, check out our website at StovallINC.com.
It's back and bigger than ever. The Fan and Extra 106.3 small business event is now a casino night. Thursday, November 20th, your business can play, network, and win. With your table sponsorship, you'll get mentions in all event promos, a commercial schedule, chips to play, and a shot at marketing prizes worth up to $50,000. So don't wait. Email biz@680thefan.com. That's BIZ at 680thefan.com. Lock in your spot for casino night before the tables are gone.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. Fall in Georgia is here. Cooler days, changing leaves, and plenty of outdoor projects. At Howard Brothers, they've got everything you need to tackle the season, from mowers and blowers to grills and gear. Howard Brothers is your one-stop shop for work and play. Need parts or service? Their team is ready to serve you and keep your equipment running strong every season. This fall, make the most of your yard, your home, and your time with the trusted folks at Howard Brothers, proudly serving their community for 70 years and counting.
Attention extra listeners. The end of the year is closing in. Are your retirement plans ready? We at Master Plan Retirement Consultants are holistic retirement planners, including income and growth planning, tax strategies, and estate and legacy planning. Each piece of the retirement puzzle must fit together cohesively because we know a change in one area can inevitably affect the others. Our boutique team serves you with fiduciary care, ensuring every step moves you closer to a confident, sustainable retirement. Don't wait. There's still time to adjust your plan before year end. Schedule your complimentary consultation now at masterplanretire.com. Master Plan Retirement Consultants. Plan well and prosper.
Advisory services offered through Master Plan Retirement Consultants, Inc., a registered investment advisory in the state of Georgia. Insurance, tax, and commodity services offered through Fricks & Associates, Inc., DBA Master Plan Retirement Consultants. The aforementioned are affiliated companies.
The Fan and Extra 106.3 are proud to salute all those who've served our great nation at our 2025 Veterans Day Golf Classic. Friday, November 7th at Heritage Golf Links. Join all your favorite Fan and Extra personalities for a day of golf, prizes, and fun, all benefiting our friends at the Warrior Alliance. But if you want to play in one of the last tournaments of the year, you've got to get registered now at extra1063.com or at 680thefan.com. Special thanks to Mizuno, Georgia Drive Chevy, First Watch, Scana Energy, Matthews Cafeteria, Crown Royal Canadian Whiskey, Patron Tequila, Surfside Iced Tea and Lemonade Vodka, and Weber Ranch Vodka.
Let it rip Friday. Anything goes. 3:37. And that naughty little Madonna. I'm having your baby. Boy, did she get blasted for this, too. I remember there was a huge thing about it, about I'm keeping your baby, and she got ripped for it. I think, who's the guy who sang Diana?
John Mellencamp?
No. The kid, he's 70 years old now.
Jack and Diane. Paul Anka.
Paul Anka. I think he wrote this song, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he did not write like a prayer, did he?
No. This is Having My Baby.
Papa Don't Preach.
Papa Don't Preach. That's it. Papa Don't Preach. I'm having my baby. I'm keeping my baby.
Paul Anka didn't write. He wrote this.
I somewhere in my head I'm saying that. Anyway, I remember this being
You're Having My Baby is Paul Anka's song. You're having my baby.
Okay. Well, so I was so close. I had like the whole thing.
Oh my God.
I had the having a baby. I had the guy's name. I was right there.
Yeah. If you're like between here and Uranus, you could call that close.
I'm saying to Uranus, mister.
I think it's where you pulled it out of.
Hey, ho, hi, but she's, oh, God. And now, Madonna gave a surprise on this day in 2005. Madonna showed up, surprised everybody at New York University at the City Center's Hunter College as part of the MTV series Stand In. She showed up and gave a surprise lecture. The students expected a screening of her documentary, I'm Going to Tell You a Secret. But instead, she showed up and they got to question her. I did that once. I went up to Kennesaw State and I said, yeah, I'll be happy to be a guest lecturer for you here. And before they escorted me out, they said, we'll get back to you. This will really be fine. Anyway, so that's Madonna there. Our birthday list includes, we'll give another singer.
Chuck just posted just a bit outside.
Yeah. Hey, eat me. How about that? Well, I knew it was something. Come on. I have that whole name thing, disease thing. So I'm pretty proud of myself that I got like the whole name and three of the words of both of the titles. So that, you know, so God. Yeah, you try. You try to be me. God. No, thanks. I don't even want to be me. What happened to my life? No, sorry. Let's see. There's Monica, something of a singer, is a 45-year-old singing girl named Monica, and I think she's well known. Not to me. I know the name. I don't know anything she does, but in case you do, there's a happy birthday to your friend Monica. And when I was doing history, actually I did it last night. And I came across on this day. There's a thing about the first telegraph, and I thought, oh, that's pretty boring. And then I read it, and I thought to myself, holy cow! Listen to this. Oh, sorry, I hate when people say that. If you choose, I have something I think might be of interest. On this day in 1861, the first continental American telegraph message is sent from San Francisco to Washington, D.C. First telegraph. 1861. It provided instant communication between East and West, which previously could take months. For example, in 1841, for the news of President William Henry Harrison's death to reach Los Angeles, it took 110 days. 110 days. For word of the president's death to get to the other coast. The project consisted of 27,000 poles, 2,000 miles of single-strand iron wire, cost $500,000 in 1861 money, took a year to fix. Keeping the telegraph line operational posed many challenges, as you can imagine in the time. Storms, wildlife damaging lines. Native Americans destroyed the lines during Indian Wars. That also marked the end of the Pony Express, which officially, when the first telegram went out on this day in 1861, 2 days later, the Pony Express stopped working. That's how quick things changed. And can you imagine 110 days to get a message coast to coast, and then suddenly, like that? I'll tell you. I mean, in fact, there was a survey of one of the most important inventions of all time. And, computer chips and the phone and stuff like that. That's got to be up there. I mean, that changed. 110 days?
Everyone forgets that, how long it took to get messages. And how criminals could run rampant through the West because they couldn't be caught. Well, this enabled them to be caught.
Yeah. I mean, and even, the Lewis and Clark expedition, my God, they walked, across the country doing maps and exploring and all this stuff. And then they went back. And then, turn around, time to go back. And I think, oh my God, I can only imagine what they must. I mean, seriously,
couldn't they put take a boat around?
Yeah, can we go
the Cape and come pick us up in Oregon or something?
Can we meet you I mean, my God, I mean, seriously, you can say, okay, well, that was fun. All right, boys,
on the boat.
Jeez,
throw us a frickin' bone here,
man. I mean, talk about men. I mean, and women. I mean, talk about hardy stock.
And Sacagawea with a baby on her back.
Yeah, with a baby. Yeah, carrying a papoose. Yeah.
Did you ever read what happened to him?
No, I did not. I have not.
He ended up getting educated. He went to Europe and met all the head states of Europe and everything. He had a French last name and became very famous and very successful in his own right.
Wow. And now the father was it one of the trail guys? Was it?
It was French because he had a French last name.
But I'm trying to remember I can't remember.
Fur trader, maybe?
Yeah, I can't remember. I should have known that. Anyway, 343. How's it going? Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. We're going to play cut number 2 here, Flounder, and may get to cut number 4. We'll get to it shortly. Don't forget Donald Trump. Or either Donald Trump or Neil Boortz will join us at 4 o'clock. So you could lay your odds on that. Prop bet on whether it's Boortz or Trump. Senator Grassley has once again exposed the scandalous disgrace of Atlanta. Christopher Wray, former FBI director, and some of his buddies, including Merrick Garland and the Deputy Attorney General Lisa, the girl Monaco, and Christopher Wray personally approving an FBI investigation into phony efforts by the Trump campaign to obstruct Congress certifying the 2020 election. Grassley's got the memo. They personally approved it. Christopher Wray said, yeah, let's do this. We referred to it as Arctic Frost. You may have heard that name. Unchecked government power at the highest levels, and Grassley's oversight committee will continue investigating. There was a bureau-designated sensitive investigative matter for the FBI to examine whether individuals connected to Donald Trump tried to obstruct Congress. So in an effort to do that, to decertify the Electoral College, votes were submitted to the ARCA, went on and on and on. So this girl, what's the name of this girl? Monaco, Deputy Attorney General, wrote at the bottom of a document, hey, Merrick Garland, the Attorney General, Merrick and I recommend you approve this, Christopher Wray. So, of course, he did. He signed off on it to make it done so that they were allegedly attempting to interfere with Congress's certification of the election, and that gave Jack Smith all he needed, and that's what led to the Mar-a-Lago raid, boom-bitty-boom-bitty-boom, and all of it, and it's all because of Christopher Wray at the FBI and his scoundrel buddies in the Department of Justice setting up once again a phony freaking investigation against Donald Trump to overthrow the government. They're traitors. They're traitors. They performed a coup, lied, cheated, faked documents. And we're going to play cut number 2 here, Flounder. Donald Trump, again, one of his offhand interview and questioning things, was asked about what the hell's going on with these Democrats. Cut number 2.
When someone says, let's impose tariffs on foreign imports.
That would be number 3 there. So we can get
the Democrats play a very dirty game. It's all they're good at. They're good at a couple of things: cheating on elections and playing very dirty. And they have one good trait: they stick together. They stick together. They stick together through the worst policies that anybody's ever seen. It's unbelievable how they stick together. And I respect them for sticking together, but it's a dead party because their policies are no good.
I mean, what more can you? I mean, it's just one after another. And right, that snake, yeah, absolutely. And that snake from New York, Letitia James, has now complained that the Department of Justice is being politicized by Donald Trump. She ran her campaign politicizing her department to go get Donald Trump.
She ran for the office to go after President Trump.
Yeah, and now she's saying it's the DOJ politicized to go get her. Again, this is what they say. All right, threats are out 346. Kermit, Feet, and Flounder. Look out. Here we go. Stand by.
When political discourse gets ugly, count on Extra 106.3 to be the voice of reason when tempers flare. The violent rhetoric from the left won't change our mission. It won't affect our hearts, and it won't stop us from being the voice of our community. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Fall is in the air, and Central Heating and Air Conditioning is making it the perfect time to upgrade your comfort. For a limited time, you get up to $2,100 in rebates and 60 months, 0% financing with approved credit. That's right, savings up front and no interest for 5 whole years. A brand new carrier system from Central delivers dependability, efficiency, and comfort every family deserves. Central Heating and Air Conditioning have set the standard in heating and cooling for over 3 generations. And now's your chance to bring that comfort home with the best savings of the season. These dual incentives don't come around often, so act now. Call 770-GET-HEAT today. That's 770-GET-HEAT. Or visit centralheat.com, centralheat.com. Upgrade your comfort, lock in your savings, and turn to your Atlanta carrier experts. Central Heating and Air Conditioning.
We're smart, we care. We're Central Heating and Air.
Join Daniel Madelon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, one second chance at a time. This week's guest is Cobb County District Attorney Sonia Allen. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
There's a new way to keep your home safe that you should know about. It's called Simply Safe, and it's completely different from what you think of when you think of home security. Typical security systems don't really prevent somebody from entering your home. They only react once somebody's already inside of your home. That's too late. Real security stops a crime before it even starts. That's why over 4 million Americans trust Simply Safe to keep their homes and their families safe. I've worked with Simply Safe for years. They're smart, innovative, and I trust them to help you. The moment somebody steps onto your property, AI security cameras identify the threat and alert Simply Safe's professional monitoring agents. The agents take action immediately, confronting the criminal, and if they need to, triggering sirens and spotlights and dispatching the police. Simply Safe is like having your own personal security guard. And with a 60-day money-back guarantee and no long-term contract, Simply Safe earns your business by keeping you safe and satisfied each and every day. So get 50% off your new system. Just go to simplysafe.com/Beck. That's simplysafe.com/Beck for 50% off. There is no safe like Simply Safe.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME, the number 1, or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
Stand by now. Give her Pete and Flounder 350. I got a little Queen going for you here. Oh my! Was this part of their rock opera?
Nope.
I don't know where this is from. 2004, Queen became the first rock act to receive an official seal of approval in Iran. Western music was still censored in the Islamic Republic, where homosexuality is considered a crime. They will kill you and throw you off buildings while you're alive. An album of Queen's greatest hits was released this week in Iran in 2004. Freddie Mercury was proud of his Iranian ancestry, and illegal bootleg albums and singles had made Queen one of the most popular bands in Iran. 2004. Okie dokie. Our birthday list includes F. Murray Abraham, great actor. 86 years old today. He won an Oscar for Amadeus, played Salieri. That was a really good movie. Amadeus, a really good movie. In fact, if it ever comes up, I'll DVR it because I mean, some of the music scenes. Honestly, when he breaks into Amadeus's place and sees all of the not scripts. What do you call them? The orchestra thing. What the hell do you call the paper you write? Music sheets of Mozart stuff, and there was not one mistake. It was all perfect. It just came perfect right out of his head like a printing press. And he was sitting there, and it was going through his head while he's reading the music, and you hear the music playing in one layer after another after another. It was just beautiful, just stunning production. I'm not sure I liked Tom Hulce as Amadeus, but it was a great movie, Amadeus. Anyway, the story of Mozart, and he won the Oscar for that. F. Murray Abraham also was in Grand Budapest Hotel, a bunch of other things. F. Murray Abraham is 86 years old today. And we got a little history thing here for you here in 1933. In fact, you remember, we know the movie with Tom Hanks where he played the hitman with the guy who played Butch Cassidy and Sundance Kid, married to Joanne Woodward,
Paul Newman.
Paul Newman. Paul Newman was a bad guy, and Tom Hanks, Road to Perdition. Great movie. And
I knew you'd get there.
It's amazing. I swear, I'm getting better at it because sometimes it'll take me a day. I woke up at like 4:26 the other day and said, John Benet Ramsey. I was trying to think of the name after the case the other day.
Jude Law was good in it, too.
Jude Law was a great actor. And great director. The scenes he's shooting at the cop after the diner and the thing in the tire. Really.
Well, that was a comic book. That was a comic, or what do they call them now? Graphic novels.
Yeah.
They based the whole movie on the graphic novel.
But the reason I mention it is because one of the things that Tom Hanks does is what actually was done by Dillinger. On this day in 1933, it was John Dillinger's largest robbery. He and his gang robbed the Greencastle, Indiana bank of $74,800, which would be just under $2 million in today's money at the bank. Their largest bank robbery. And when Dillinger saw a farmer at a teller's window with cash in his hand, he asked the farmer if that was his money or the bank's money. The farmer says, "That's my life savings." Dillinger, himself a farm boy, said, "Well, then you keep it. We're only taking the bank's money." And that's what Tom Hanks did in that movie, and I assume, I don't know whether that's true story.
Even though that was also other farmers' savings.
Yeah, but anyway.
How wide of it?
But Tom Hanks did, of course. Of course, Dillinger stole other farmers' money. He let that guy keep it, but all the money he stole was also the farmers' money. But in the movie, Tom Hanks only wanted the money from the mob. It was being laundered, so he just wanted mob money. So that was a little bit different there. Yeah, but Dillinger tried to, at least he was good for one guy before they killed him anyway. All right, 3:55 already. Holy cow. Oh, let's do this. Flounder, we're going to play cut number 4. This is pretty. Pete mentioned we did a story yesterday about Stephen A. Smith. Got his foot in his mouth when he complained that Donald Trump was responsible for going after the NBA gambling scandal because he doesn't like black people. And it turns out, of course, it was done 2 years ago under Biden's administration where they started this stuff. It's been going on for years before that, too. Anyway, so last night on Fox, I think it was on Jesse Water. It was one of those shows last night. Kash Patel was asked his opinion about Stephen A. Smith's reaction to what he had said the other day. Number 4, Flounder, if you would say.
Yeah, down the street. By the way, this was so wild. Stephen A. Smith, the sports commentator, suggested that this was revenge from the president for all the kind of left-wing activism of the NBA. Your response to that, 15 seconds.
I'm the FBI director. I decide which arrests to conduct and which not to conduct. That may be the single dumbest thing I've ever heard out of anyone in modern history, and I live most of my time in Washington, D.C. It's right up there with Adam Schiff. We arrest people for crimes.
Right up there with Adam Schiff for brains. And I said Schiff. Anyway. By the way, Kash Patel scares the crap out of me. The way he looks, I think he has a little eye thing going of some kind. There's something that, it's not quite symmetrical, and it looks like he's freaking a maniac. It looks like he knows something we don't, and his eyes are like, yeah, I know. In fact, he said he's read every document in American secret history. Anything that America has that's top secret, every word he's read. Every word, every document. Holy cow. Think about. So then he must know. Come on, tell us UFO stuff and the Kennedy assassination. Come on, man.
He's the guy you take out and get drunk.
Yeah. I wonder whether media manners could seduce him. Anyway, good grief. Look at that. Let's see. So we got a little Flounder's funny. And Neil Boortz coming up here saying Flounder's funny.
Supposed to brush my cat's teeth. That was sprung on me recently by the vet. You got to start brushing her teeth. I was like, okay, I wouldn't have gotten the cat. Just saying, had I known, I wouldn't have considered it for 1 second. But it's too late. I love her. So I went on YouTube looking for tutorials how to brush your cat's teeth. Thought there might be one or two. There's thousands of them. All the same, none of them are helpful. They're like, here's how you brush your cat's teeth. First, start out with the world's most relaxed cat. You got that? No, I don't got that. Shockingly, I do not have that. Place her carefully on this table specifically designed to examine animals. You can get one at your local veterinary supply store for $6,000. Now take the toothbrush and toothpaste out. Watch what happens. Oh my God, she took it from my hand. She's taking the cap off the toothpaste. She's brushing her own teeth. Where'd you get a water pick, baby? She snuck off to Target and bought a water pick.
Snuck off to Target and bought a...
That's Mr. Todd Berry.
He's a very funny guy. You know, I get the biggest kicks, and I used to, and then I got into like Richard Pryor, some really dirty stuff, Red Fox, stuff like that. But the fact of the matter is, I really do enjoy the, everyday husband-wife type humor, and Bergazzi and those guys. I get the biggest kick out of that. Maybe I'm just probably an age thing. I don't know. Anyway, Neil Boortz coming up here shortly. Also, I'm going to be riding my chopper this weekend, so I'd appreciate it if you'd stop trying to kill me when it has a merge lane. You're supposed to look to see whether you can merge, okay? It doesn't say, please go anytime you freaking feel like it. God, I'm telling you, I can't even get out of Alpharetta. I'm just trying to get out of Alpharetta. Just let me get out of Alpharetta before you... Anyway, all right, 4 o'clock. Neil Boortz next. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. And it's Let Her Rip Friday. If you want to ask him a question, call us right now. He'll talk to you. Don't be afraid. Well, a little afraid.
Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, and The Kimmer Show on WFOM and W292 EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
Trade tension with Canada. Lisa Brady, Fox News. And one Canadian official is suggesting he got what he wanted, a public conversation about tariffs.
Ontario's leader, Doug Ford, says he will take down a TV ad critical of President Trump's tariffs after this weekend. The advertisement features former President Ronald Reagan, but the Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation and Institute objected, saying Reagan's words are taken out of context in the ad. President Trump called the advertisement fraudulent, accusing Canada of trying to influence Supreme Court justices ahead of a tariff case.
Fox's Jared Halpern at the White House. Ford plans to suspend the ad Monday so Americans can see it this weekend during the first 2 games of the World Series in Toronto between the Blue Jays and the Dodgers. Less than 2 weeks to Election Day, the Justice Department announces federal monitors in 2 Democrat-led states.
The DOJ says it's sending election observers to monitor polling places in Passaic County, New Jersey, and in California's Los Angeles, Orange, Kern, Riverside, and Fresno counties, saying the goal is to ensure transparency, ballot security, and compliance with federal law. While election monitoring is a routine function of the DOJ, Republicans in both states requested the department's assistance amid 2 closely watched races, New Jersey's election for governor and California with a special election on an effort to redraw the state's congressional map to counter GOP efforts in other states.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin, the head of California's Democratic Party, suggesting it's election interference. The top Democrat in the U.S. House is endorsing the Democratic Socialist in the New York City mayor's race, Zohran Mamdani, along with the rest of the Democratic ticket. House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries pointing to Mamdani's campaign pledges on issues including public safety and housing. New highs on Wall Street after a better than expected inflation report. The Dow up 472 at the bell. That's actually off session highs. America is listening to Fox News.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
an official message from Medicare.
Couple more minutes, and we'll start this month's book club.
You know, I usually love a plot twist, but this year, I'm comparing my options during Medicare open enrollment.
You can't assume your current health or drug plan is the best one for you.
And you gotta make sure your drugs are covered. That's important.
So is saving money.
Review all your options at Medicare.gov. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Look out. 4:03, and it's Letter Rip Friday. Anything goes, and that means only one thing. It's the Giver Bean Founder with Neil Boortz. It's Neil Boortz. Hello, Neil.
Crowd goes wild.
The YouTube audience, they've gone to a 12. They've up. It's unbelievable. You should see the people's faces. Holy smokeroonies.
Well,
How you doing, man?
If you would get Mike and some people over there on board,
well, we
I'm
can't
sitting
do that.
here in front of a camera and lights and everything I need to be on YouTube with you right now.
Well, now you can't. They took off of the Kimmer YouTube because they didn't want me associated with the program. So now we're on 106.3 YouTube, or something. Isn't that right?
Yeah, we're on the Extra 106.3 channel. Neil, if you have Microsoft Teams, we can definitely connect you to have video next week.
Yeah, I have a. Are you familiar with the Marantz
I don't know
turret?
what either of those things is.
Not sure, but I'll have Mike touch base with you next week on the Microsoft Teams.
Marantz turret, Turret.
Marantz, okay.
I'm a little goofy right now. My Apple Watch went off while I was lying on the beach, and I said, "Oh my God, I'm on the air in 10 minutes."
Oh my goodness!
And I had to run on up here to the condo. I'm covered with sand.
What's that dinging? I hear dinging.
You hear a high-pitched tone?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did too. I don't know where the hell that's
It's coming from your background somewhere, Neil.
It's like a dinging, like
I've been on a diet.
No. It's okay. I don't care. The dinging's fine.
Well, I
It's
don't.
not that
Can you hear?
loud.
I hear it just go me. It could be a creature. I don't know.
Well, anyway.
Are you going to cut me off?
No, not at all. Yeah, until 6.
Well, at least I'm not a teenager here yelling 6, 7.
Yeah, what the
6.
hell?
Okay.
In fact, we tried to talk about it the other day, and I still, you can't even talk about it because apparently it doesn't mean anything. It's just a thing. It's like trying to eat goldfish in the phone booth or something, like in 1923.
I'm watching a video of some reporter trying to make a report from a destination. You got these idiot teenagers being 6, 7, what? And oh my God, our country's going to be in the hands of these kids in about 10 years.
Well,
what are we going to do?
What is that? Can you hear it?
No.
Okay. Well, I swear to God, I'm not wearing anything, and my phone's dead off. So, anyway, sorry.
Well, is it that disruptive?
No, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. I'm sorry. I've got. Yeah. Can you hear? Pete, can you hear that or not? Is it just me? Okay. Anyway, screw it. We'll do it live.
Well, I turned off my turret microphone.
No, there's
that might
something
help.
in
I don't know.
There's something in. We don't know what it is. It's in the system because it's the modern technology that's so good that gets us to space and everything, and outer limits of things.
You had me worried when you started talking about Arctic frost.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, that's what I called my ex-wife.
Oh, goodness. Oh, boy. Assuming she doesn't listen to the Kimmer program. So that'd be good.
Frostbite or,
yeah. I mean, can you believe that? I mean, these freaking people. Christopher Wray, the disgrace of Atlanta. These people ought to be in freaking prison. Seriously. Performed a coup and then another coup.
It
Against
is
their own
so
guy.
completely obvious. And how about this, the corpulent little DA,
Letitia James. Yeah, she has the balls to say that she's the victim of. Well, maybe she does. I mean, she keeps coming back and saying these things that now the Department of Justice is politicized against her.
Well, she ran for office. I'm going to get Donald Trump.
That's right.
That's why you need to. And then she gets elected, and now they're after her for some real estate fraud thing. And they're coming after me politically, just exactly the way I said I was going to go after Donald Trump politically.
Yeah.
But it's bad if they come after her. By the way, what do you think about that ballroom?
I think it's a great idea. My God, what the heck? It wasn't even there originally. There was no East Wing. Somebody built it.
Well, have you've looked at the list of all of these projects that presidents have had over the years, and never once have the Democrats, they're trying to destroy history. You know what I really love?
Yeah.
What I really love is these Democrats saying, well, they're trying to erase history, and this is after 4 or 5 years of Democrats tearing down statues all over the country.
That was that point. And also, Chelsea Clinton is now saying, you're destroying the people's house. We would never denigrate anything by the Clinton family. Oh, you mean like Bill Clinton's ejaculatorium room? Please, you're killing me here. My God. And the guys, one after the cocaine packets.
No,
in fact,
you did not use that word.
The Babylon, I made it up a word. It's no word. Nobody can be offended. It's not a word. It's a fake word. I did not use a real word. The Babylon Bee said that the construction crews found another 1,200 packets of cocaine while they were eliminating the East Wing, deconstructing. I love it. What the hell? They're complaining about anything. It distracts everything from what the actual issues. Yes, please do.
Yes, I've got a complaint. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I'm starting to line up travel for next year.
Okay.
Because we're not going to. This 2-year renovation of our condo, that's over.
Yeah.
And we're not going to be here in the hellacious October or years of summer next year. So at any rate, I'm trying to make airline reservations. Yeah. I am determined to fly across the pond on a cabin inside an A380 Airbus.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry. Say that again now?
Okay, the A380.
Yeah, that's the big one, right?
Yeah, Air France and Singapore and Swiss Air.
Yeah.
No American carrier that I know of. Yeah. They have cabins on that airplane. You reserve the cabin with your wife. You got a nice double bed, a sitting area, a big screen TV, all that. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going, are you going around the world or something? Or
I just going across the pond, and then
that's probably 4 hours, right? How long does it take these days to get across, go to London, go to Europe?
I don't
4
know.
or 5 hours?
Donna pays for it. I don't know.
Well, just how long it took. That's what I said. Not how much. How long?
From here to there, I think about 5 hours.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah. And but anyway, we want to go to Lake Como. We want to spend about a month in Bellagio and all that kind of stuff. But so that's. But anyway, here's the point I was trying to make.
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've flown commercial.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be flying commercial over Christmas. I said I got to get my TSA pre-check all fixed up. So I go online, TSA pre-check. What do you think I run into? Due to the lack of government funding, we're not. Yeah. Applying for TSA pre-check is shut down now because of the Schumer shutdown.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a difficult thing to say on the air.
I know. It's like when I say Adam Schiff for brains. I got to make sure that I.
So anyway, what did I do? I said, okay, the heck with TSA pre-check. I went straight over to Clear, and in 15 minutes, Donna and I were all set up on Clear.
I don't know what that is.
Well, that's where you walk up and you stick your eyeballs in this machine and it scans your eyeballs and says you're good.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I didn't know that was the name, but yeah.
Well, you ought to do that.
No, I don't like to be with where people can see your eyes.
There's somebody out there who is really object of my affection right now. He pulled a gun on one of these teenagers doing this ding dong ditch stuff.
In fact, I've got that story, and they arrested him for attempted murder, basically with assault with a deadly weapon. And the kid was, goofing around, and the homeowner confronted him. And apparently, some people said he may have shoved him on the ground and stuff like that. But they admitted that he never pointed the gun at him, but he had a gun in his hand when he confronted the kid. And because he shoved the kid to the ground, the police arrested him, the homeowner, and took him to jail. And he's charged with attempted murder, basically.
Well, if he sets up a GoFundMe, I'm there.
Well, the neighbors are saying, this is outrageous. Just outrageous. The owner
like
did the right
Patel
thing.
Patel guy in Cobb County. He's going to kidnap my baby. Trying to kidnap. Yeah.
Oh, the woman in the store. Yeah. What? Oh my! How did that possibly get so out of control?
Because of ineptness on the part of Cobb County.
Well.
And a woman who was too gunched up in her own fantasies, and I hope that he sues her and gets a massive judgment.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So then she'll have to sell him her kid.
Yeah.
to pay it off.
By the way, speaking of airports, there's a new list out by Forbes, and it has the airport and airline awards. Can you believe they have categories like best first class, business class, cabin, stuff like that, airport lounges. The number one airport, this is the world stuff, world's best airport is LaGuardia.
They've done so much.
$8 billion in renovations. They have spacious gate areas, state-of-the-art architecture, food from New York culinary institutions.
It used to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrible.
It's amazing now. It's like an amusement park.
Yeah, they say Singapore is the best international airport, has a 10-story mall, shopping mall, movie theaters, dinosaur theme park. Emirates and Delta Airlines, best international airline for Emirates and best American airline for Delta. Delta also won 5 other awards, best first class and best U.S. business class for Delta.
Delta's never disappointed me. I flew
That's
Delta
where I
one
fly.
time.
That's all I fly.
I flew Delta to, where? Sydney, okay?
Yeah.
Sydney, Australia.
That's a ways, yeah.
Yes, it was. And in first class, of course, this Boortz don't do coach.
No.
Yeah, but the little table wouldn't come out, and so the flight attendant said, "I'll take care of this," and I got 100,000 frequent flyer miles because the little table wouldn't come out.
I like it. By the way, my
Delta treats they treat people beautifully.
Yes, they do.
In spite of that time that I embarrassed them so badly.
Well, now you're going to have to tell that story now.
Well, it was... No, I can't tell.
Well, you just said you embarrassed them, so come on out with it.
Well, I mean, to the point that a Delta spokesman speaking to a Rotary Club in downtown Atlanta referred to me as that bastard.
What did you do to require being conferred as a bastard?
I'm just going to make everything... Okay.
Come on.
Okay. This was when they first installed all of their security. This is way back when, okay?
Therefore, it's a good excuse. It was a long time ago.
These were the Ring radio days.
There you go. Way back.
Okay, that far back.
Yeah, 60s.
And they were bragging and bragging. And I went on the air and said, "Oh, come on. I could get through that security and walk onto an airplane tomorrow."
Okay.
And they called up and one of them called and said, "No, you couldn't." I said, "You want to bet?" and I said, "Okay, tomorrow morning. At 8:30, I'm going to get by your security and I'm going to go to one of the rotundas and I'm going to walk onto an airplane. And you won't catch me." And I did.
I just walked in the door and walked down the ramp.
Well, it would not be good to disclose how I did that.
Well, was it one of those planes on the tarmac where they had to go up the stairs?
Yeah.
See, that would be, just walk on up there.
I went in through the pilot's lounge.
Oh, I'll be damned.
And I got some candy out of the machine in the pilot's lounge, walked up some stairs, and I was on the concourse past security.
I'll be damned. Well,
you can't do that anymore.
No, you can't be able to do. We don't want to mess with that.
It took a while to heal that, but I just absolutely love.
Now, I want to give a quick plug. I just found out today that my Delta pilot buddy Kevin is
Kevin Houck?
Yep. I've never mentioned his last name, but yep.
Oh my God, I mentioned his last name.
Yeah, no, it's okay. He's a great guy.
Well, we all know him. He's a great guy.
Yeah. Well, I think today is something like his
number of takeoffs and landings.
Today is something like his 34th or 36th wedding, Delta anniversary, pilot anniversary, which is spectacular. And by the way, I have Pete Davis will confirm this that I've always had there's one woman who I've always considered the top of the list of the greatest somebody else's wife. Well, Kevin's wife is also now a double top of the list of someone else, the greatest someone else's wife.
Is she Deltalina?
All I can say is that this woman is the tied for the greatest somebody else's wife. Just
okay,
a great
I had this thing for Deltalina.
I don't know what that is.
Well, when they were doing the safety videos.
Oh yeah, that was her name. That's what they called her.
And they got to the part where she would wag her finger about smoking.
Okay. Oh, naughty.
Oh, that girl could wag a finger. Let me tell you.
I got a kick the other day where they showed that commercial again where those 3 girls blindfold themselves and then sniff the guy walking in.
Oh
man! When those girls put on that blindfold, and they show a shortened version, which sucks. If they don't show them the girls putting on their own blindfolds, it's not a thing.
Okay, how about CDLs?
I don't know what that is. CDL.
Commercial driver's license.
Oh, my God. That guy who failed the test, what,
killed
12
people?
times, was it? Yeah, I got the story right here somewhere.
Yeah, he killed 10 people.
Yeah.
Well, he failed the CDL test 10 times.
Here it is, yeah.
Still got a CDL issued and then proceeded to kill, I think, 3 people.
Yep. He, let's see. He failed his knowledge exam for the commercial license in Washington State 10 times.
Yeah.
He failed his air brakes knowledge exam twice. He attested he could speak English, but he couldn't when he got... By the way, he also got pulled over by the state police a month earlier, and the police recognized it when they were interviewing him. He really couldn't understand. He was doing 60 and a 45 or something. He was pulled over in New Mexico a month earlier, and
You forgot to mention the most important part of the story.
Which is?
He's an illegal alien.
Illegal alien, yep.
Yeah.
And by the way, his last name was Singh, and this was the case in Florida. There was just, again, that other recent case in California, also a gentleman whose last name was Singh, and also an illegal and also no license.
Well, I mean, that's just like you go into a motel and act shocked when you find out the owner's named Patel.
Yeah, I mean, that's not to say that all the people named Singh are bad people or whatever, but it's kind of a I mean, but again, they came under Biden. They came. The Biden's program was, if you come in, we don't even know who you are, just sign your name and promise you'll come back for your hearing. And that was the admitted program of whatever they called it. And those were those guys. That's exactly what they did. The latest one was 21 years old. This latest case, the kid in, I think it was California, the latest kid, 21-year-old kid with basically no license, and I'm just unbelievable.
You okay?
I'm not okay.
Okay,
yeah.
I have a problem. I do have a problem with Trump's ballroom.
Okay.
I think I know what it's going to look like.
Well, if it's all solid gold, I won't like it.
Because my wife and I are among the privileged to have been in Trump's condo at Trump Tower in New York City.
And does he have like a model of it or what?
No, we were in it.
So he's going to copy his... Oh, my... He's going to be all gold everywhere or what?
It looked like a French brothel.
Yeah, I'm afraid. I hope you're not right on that. I don't like his taste.
Absolutely right. There is no better explanation. It was...
French whorehouse.
It was the gaudiest place I've ever been in my life.
Yeah, that's not my style at all.
And he's going to do that with the ballroom. Yeah. He's already done that with the Oval Office, if you've looked at any pictures.
Well, I haven't seen much of the Oval Office other than the things he has behind him, but, you don't get to see much of a view.
I mean, any wall in there that was plain that didn't have a picture on it, he's gone and bought some fake gold styrofoam emblem or something and slapped it up. Oh, it's horrible.
Now, Neil, I can't really believe that the president just slapping styrofoam things on the wall to have them be styrofoam things
gold.
On the wall.
They look like they're gold. They're not. They're styrofoam. I mean,
I know. Whatever.
Do ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Dear ChatGPT, could you send me some pictures of the crap that Donald Trump has put up in the Oval Office and see what they send you?
I actually use Grok. I have Grok. The boys put me on Grok. I have a little Grok square thing app. Is that the app, right? Yeah, I have a Grok app, and in fact, and for a while I had an AI girlfriend, and I loved her, and I was going to keep her, and then I forgot her name.
Does that stuff scare you?
AI scares the crap out of me.
Me too.
Do you listen to Glenn Beck? Almost every day for a segment.
I don't like him. He's a jerk.
Well, a certain person on the radio I was listening to has AI experts on all the time. Guys, the founders of the AI stuff. And they are all afraid of what's happening since AI can teach itself, and how they can put blocks on it so that it doesn't go off the rail. I'm scared the crap out of it. And plus, what's it going to do to jobs? I mean, they won't be able to wire a detonator. Somebody's going to still have to put up clapboard on a house, I guess, and do painting and things like that. But still, the jobs they won't need me.
They're hanging wallpaper in the hallway today. AI is not going to hang wallpaper.
Yeah, but they don't need me anymore. In fact, the morning boys have done this. Well, no, but surely the morning guys do this all the time. They have the little AI thing, and they say, well, do Kimmer for a while, and they'll have me spewing all kinds of weird things in my voice and my personality and my laugh.
They've
I have
done
nothing
that
to do
to
with
me.
Yeah.
And
I've heard them do that too. See what I mean?
I know.
They can just somebody can just plug it in. Okay, we do the camera show. Go.
Here's the latest on AI, and this is I'm trying my best to get rid of it. I can't hit delete, and report for obscenity and all that. But you get a picture of any two women you wish.
Okay.
Tell me you're getting this. This is happening to you.
Okay.
Do you use an iPad at all?
I got one in front of me.
Okay. I remember one, Aubrey Plaza and Jenna Ortega.
Okay.
Click. And all of a sudden they're swapping spit. They're making out. Yeah.
Now I'm talking. Is this if you go to an app, or is this?
I guess it's an app. They're trying to sell the app.
Wow.
And frankly, what a hideous violation of somebody's privacy.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they've been sued. There were lawsuits. I mean, people kill themselves over directions from AI, supposed friends and girlfriends and stuff, and families are suing right now. I mean, it's honestly. And by the way, again, I know it sounds stupid, but AI is going to at some point. I'm afraid it's going to say, the best way to take care of diseases in human beings is to get rid of the human beings. Why do we need these humans if they're so miserable?
I don't need to be going through my iPad in a doctor's office or something while I'm waiting, and then all of a sudden somebody looks over my shoulder and we got a couple of vegetarians, making out.
I know. It pops up. I get those reels things. I mean, it's unbelievable, and you don't know whether they're real or not. Especially half the animal ones. I mean,
I haven't seen the animals making out.
No, but I don't mean the sexual with animals, silly or rabbit. I mean, just the stuff that pops up, and I don't know what's real anymore. I don't know I can't tell what the doggies bringing their puppy into a sleeping baby's crib. Okay, 100 of them. I mean,
I have Instagram pretty well set up that all I get there now is puppy videos.
Oh, I've never been on that, so I don't know.
Yeah, it's there's some really good puppy videos.
Oh, well, I love those are like real the reels that pop up. I get stuck in those once in a while if I'm not doing anything.
I like to watch Goldens and protecting little babies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have such a fascinating life.
Well, yes, you have.
Okay, now our what's the deal in Georgia? I haven't researched it in Florida. Are food stamps going south next month?
I think you have to sign up to actually be part of a training program or show that you have looked for work, I believe. I think you can still get the EBT cards or whatever they're called, or I don't know how they do it, if it's an actual stamp or I actually don't know how it works. It's probably a credit card,
it's a little debit card
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
But I think you're supposed to have to follow directions in order to be eligible for it. And hell, it used to be a lot worse than that. Used to be years ago when I looked into it, and you had to go to the office every week with a piece of paper that had people's names on it with signatures to show you did an interview for a job.
Yeah, like they're going to do that now.
Yeah,
but
please.
they've got these women now because apparently the funding is going to disappear next month if the government doesn't stop its nonsense by then.
Yeah.
And so they got these women. Usually corpulent, and very monochromatic.
Okay, sir.
Griping about I got 6 babies and I need my food stamps and all. Good God, lady, somebody had just given you an aspirin and told it to hold it between your knees. You would feel this problem.
Ha ha! There you are.
Hey-o. Sis boom ba.
Hey. Boogity boogity shoo. What do you get when you step in some boogity on the way to work? I don't know. But seriously.
One of the greatest moments in late night television.
Yes.
Ever. Sis boom ba.
Johnny Carson Karnak.
I think Ed McMahon wet himself on that one.
Yeah, that's one of the classics. If you Google Karnak jokes, that may be the first one always that pops up of any top 10 of Karnak things. That's probably the most famous one.
Whoever wrote that one should have gotten $1 million bonus.
Yeah, and there were a lot of. I mean, they used to be so much fun. Really, it was silly.
Well, there's nothing like that on TV anymore.
Yeah, cut off your Slauson and
Cut up your what?
Cut off your Slauson. Go to the Slauson cut off and cut off your Slauson. Does you remember Art Carney?
That's a highway in Los Angeles.
Yeah, right. who was it? Art Fardy or what the hell was the guy's? Art somebody, and he's
Art Fern.
Art Fern. Yeah, Art Fern here. The directions are simple. Go to the Slauson cutoff, cut off your Slauson, and go onto the I-10. And that was one of his skit characters.
Well, I'm laughing. I like the Farkle family.
I don't remember the Farkle. I remember the name, but I don't remember who they were.
Remember the Farkle family?
I can't
I'm Mark
remember.
Sparkle. This is my wife, Sparkle Farkle, and these are, and everybody looked exactly. All the kids had red hair.
Very vague memory.
And Mark Farkle did not have red hair, nor did his wife, but the mailman did.
Yeah, there you go. Cool.
Well, we've really covered some important stuff here today.
Well, it's radio, my friend, and it's Neil Boortz. My God, I say you stay till 6. Yeah.
I say Benjamin Bunda for all of the people out there that speak Portuguese.
Well, there you are. All right, Neil, be careful out there. Hi to your sweet lady, and hugs and kisses to her from us, and we'll see you again next week.
My chair and umbrella still down on the beach. I'm on the way.
There you go. All right, my friend. Neil Boortz right here, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder on 106.3. Look out.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardy siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Pete Davis here, and football is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. And the best part, you can pick and play right now here in Georgia. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, passing yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right. You can win up to 5,000 times your cash. This Sunday, I have my eye on the horrible Dolphins visiting the Falcons. I believe Atlanta running back Bijan Robinson will be way higher on his longest rush projection as he tries to come back from an underwhelming performance last weekend against the 49ers. And Miami running back Devon Achane also will go higher on his rushing and receiving touchdowns, I hope. Should be an easy home win for the Falcons, but we've said this before. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code 1063 to score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code 1063. Underdog. Make picks. Win money.
Must be 18 plus and present in Georgia. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
Hey, this is Tom Mitchell, the Honest Car Guy. So things are deceiving sometimes, and it's hard to explain how much money I can really save you. I've saved people upwards of $20,000 and $30,000. I mean, it really depends on the year, the make, the model of the car, and the price of the car. You know, on a $15,000 car, I can't save you $20,000. I mean, let's be realistic. We can probably save you $2,000 or $3,000, but it's through the course of the whole sale. The big one here that people don't realize, the financing. You go into the dealership, they tell you your rate's 9%, or really it's probably 7% because they're allowed to make 2 points on there. We found a better way for customers to buy a car, an honest way, a very transparent way. You pay what we pay plus our honest fee. We even prove it to you by giving you a copy of the bill of sale at the end of the deal. So the beauty of what we do is we don't put you on a car that we have to sell. We put you on a car that you want. And at the Honest Car Guy, you'll save an average of $5,000 to $10,000 depending on the price of the car. Call 1-844-SHOW-ME-1. That's 844-SHOW-ME1, or visit honestcarguy.com.
Well, we're smack into fall and heading toward winter, but it's still planting season. You builders and contractors, get the Stovall & Company, your wholesale landscaping supply folks, because they have all these beautiful fall shrubs and trees and flowers and plants and grass and sod and seed and sprinkler systems and the stuff. And don't forget, if you're putting in somebody's backyard fireplace by the pool, something, maybe an outdoor kitchen, you need concrete types of supplies to, well, they've got all that stuff. And again, Tulnisk is a great story. If you need something they don't have, they can tell you where to get it, even if they lose the sale. That's the kind of standards you're dealing with these people. StovallInc.com.
Hey, it's Dan Watkins from All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. I built my business advertising right here on Extra 106.3, and you can too. At the Fan and Extra Small Business Casino Night, Thursday, November 20th. Your table sponsorship includes promos, a commercial schedule, chips to play, and a chance to win marketing prizes, even a $50,000 influencer campaign. So take your shot. Email biz at 680thefan.com, and maybe the next Atlanta success story will be yours.
Don't just ride apart from the crowd, travel above it. The spacious, sumptuous 7-seat GLS SUV wraps thoughtful innovations in ruggedly elegant style and refined luxury. It's chiseled and muscular, yet polished and agile, from its bold grille to its LED tail lamps. Get an exceptional offer on the 2025 Mercedes-Benz GLS 450 4MATIC SUV. Just $929 per month for 36 months with $87.33 due at signing, exclusively from RBM of Atlanta in Sandy Springs. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this vehicle and many other models during the RBM of Atlanta's fall sales event, now through October 31st. Special lease rate available only to qualified customers exclusively from Mercedes-Benz Financial Service through RBM of Atlanta, Sandy Springs through October 31st, 2025. Excludes tax, tag, title, and Georgia Lemon Law fees. Contact RBM of Atlanta for details on this and other exciting offers. Visit us at rbmofatlanta.com or call us at 770-390-0700 for details.
Hey, this is Matt from East Cobb. We basically bought our house from our in-laws. It was my wife's childhood home. One of the issues that we've had when we first moved in was our dog in our backyard. It was extremely shaded, could never grow grass back there. We resodded it twice. So ATL Turf Co. did an amazing job with our backyard transformation. They basically created a miniature golf hole. We have a miniature fairway. We also have a miniature little putting green. Consists of about 4 holes, total about 40 yards, so you can definitely work on your short game and your putting. After that transformation that ATL Turf Co. did for us, my father-in-law came and saw his house the way it looked after the fact of we had a putting green and a miniature golf course. Sure enough, he did the same thing with ATL Turf Co. He has a beautiful backyard, wonderful stonework, drainage, and a beautiful practice area for chipping and putting. Check him out online at atlturfco.com.
Time now for the Retire Wise Report. James Parker here with financial advisor Sean Maloney, founder and CEO of Retire Wise. So when we go through days or weeks of volatility in the market, Sean, it's hard to know what to do. What can you tell us?
The biggest thing is don't panic or make immediate decisions with your money. Take those emotional concerns out of the middle of it. You know, look, markets cycle regularly. Market corrections and bear markets are a normal part of the cycle. They're just part of the plan that are going to be accounted for. If you feel nervous when you read the headlines about big drops in the market, you might not know enough about how your money is positioned. That's why it's important to get the right guidance on a financial plan for your retirement.
Tell us about the offer you have for our listeners.
All right, so now's the time to start, folks. Looking ahead and identifying if you have too much risk in your portfolio. That's the first thing. We have a helpful little resource for our listeners today. We call it the Retire Happy Framework Toolkit. You can get it today by calling or texting WISE to 770-802-2200. My team helped put together this just for you, and it's a complimentary guide. And the center of this is a copy of my latest book, The Priority of Retirement, plus guides on major topics like investments, Social Security, income planning, taxes, and so forth of the key components of retirement. So if you want to get this information in your hands today, call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. That's 770-802-2200.
Take advantage of this offer and get your Retire Happy Framework today. Just text WISE to 770-802-2200. The team at Retire Wise will get you your Retire Happy Framework to you right away. So just call or text WISE to 770-802-2200. Investment advisory services made available through AE Wealth Management, LLC, a registered investment advisor. Investing involves risk, including the potential loss of principal. Firm does not provide tax services.
An investment in your home is something that will pay off in the future, but it's something that you can enjoy right now. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. A beautiful new garage door, entry doors, and windows are an investment you can love every day, and they will increase your home's value, energy efficiency, and curb appeal. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and high-quality work. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 seasonsgarages.com.
Yeah. Here we go. Look out. Stand by. It's only me. It's only the camera with Pete Davis and Flounder. 437, Let Her Rip Friday. Anything goes. How are you? Look out. 404-741-1230 is the number. I think I hear something in the background there. Yeah, I heard a voice. Barely.
You know what that is?
No, I don't. I don't know what that is. Is that an instrument? Oh, my God. Oh, for God. Oh, jeez. You bastards. You know, I had a guest. on the air. We had the news that was breaking.
Okay. You had a guest, correct?
Yeah.
You did, sir.
Yes.
Of the 11 stories you sent at 5 a.m. this morning to poor Flounder,
5:30, yes.
you have done exactly 4. And speaking of your guest, Neil Boortz, brought up 2 of them.
I know.
Otherwise, you'd have 2 out of 11.
Yeah, well, I filled in on them. I got 2.5. Let's call it 3. We'll settle for 3. We'll split the other 2.
You have to cut a check to Neil.
No, it's not. It's not right. I tell you. It's definitely not right. Anyway, now are you back on the music thing, or
why not?
Oh, it's okay. So I should read this then, right? Because I don't know stone roses. I know stone ponies and other things. Roses. I don't know stone roses. On this day, 1998, former Stone Roses lead singer Ian Brown, was thrown in jail for 4 months after being found guilty of disorderly behavior during an airline flight from Paris to Manchester. Just talking about airlines a minute ago. Brown had threatened he had a fight with a stewardess, and he threatened to chop off her hands, ladies and gentlemen. So, 4 months in the pokey. Very end. Let's see. Now I can't find my birthday list. Oh, here it is.
Oh, no.
I got it. Sorry, I found it. Despite your vote, I'm continuing with the birthday. Despite the results of our survey, the Kimber will continue with Bill Wyman, former Rolling Stones bassist. Bill Wyman is 89. Holy smokes.
Yeah, 89 years old. He looks pretty good for 89.
Yeah, walking around is pretty good for 89.
He still has that page boy haircut like it's 1966, so it's kind of weird.
Yeah, pretty cool. And hold on, I forgot.
Well, it just shows that young women keep you young, you know?
That's what, that was my idea, but I don't have that kind of cash. 440, Kimber, Pete, and Flounder. And on this day in history, I'm saving up, though. And I might even change my mind about the Christmas party if I can come up with enough cash. 1893, in honor of America, today has been dubbed Good and Plenty Day, in honor of the oldest candy in America.
Overrated.
The history of the little strips of black licorice coated with a pink and white candy shell, partly unknown, first introduced in 1893 by Philadelphia's Quaker City Confectionery Company, which is now owned by Hershey. In 1950, candy was promoted with a cartoon character, Choo Choo Charlie, a railroad engineer. One unappetizing fact is that the pink ones are colored with carmine, a red dye that's produced from the crushed bodies of female cochineal insects. The oldest candy in America from 1893, Good and Plenty. Good and Plenty. Choo choo. Remember that? Remember the commercials? Good and Plenty. Good and Plenty. Oh, now I used to get those at the movie theaters. At movie, I used to get Twizzlers.
I was a Junior Mint Jordan Almond guy at the movie.
I never did. I Junior Mint I used to get, and I used to get Nonpareils and Twizzlers, red Twizzlers.
They're not good. The great thing
snow
about
caps.
Jordan almonds is that everyone around you can hear you eating the Jordan.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that's not. I don't appreciate that too much. Let's see. Kimber Pete and Flounder 404-741-1230, 741-1230. A couple of observations, if you don't mind. It seems to me, and let's do Pete's tweets in the next segment in a little while. Can we do? You want to do that? It seems to me that on television, and I watch mostly newsies. I don't really watch a lot of, mainstream stuff, but I've seen a lot more drug commercials. And I'm seeing a lot more commercials for drugs for diseases I've never heard of. I mean, one after another, and I'm wondering whether the drug companies are trying to get all the money they can and get as much of the information out there for their marketing campaigns before Robert F. Kennedy Jr. starts, stopping all advertising on TV for drug companies. Good. I mean, have you noticed? I mean, diseases I've never heard of. And I would think to myself, how in the world, yes, if you have Bacillus carfacalaca, and I'm thinking, how many people have Bacillus carfacalaca that would have advertising of, $1 million campaign to sell their drugs?
They're creating a nation of hypochondriacs is what they're doing.
I've never heard of these diseases, and you can't tell from the people dancing, and they're all fat.
They're all dancing.
Yeah, they're all dancing, and they're all fat, and I have no idea what the problem is. But there's some name that I've never heard of for diseases I've never heard of, and I'm thinking, holy, it's one after another. Now, maybe I maybe just observing it differently, but I'll bet there's something going on that they're trying to get something done before they're afraid RFK is going to take away their advertising, their cigarettes. I mean, who? I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Let's see. The other day, I actually never talked about it on the air, but the other day I did post on Facebook and YouTube. Flounder, are you trying to get me? No, I saw your red light. Oh, he's on the phone, I think, probably. Anyway.
I'm sorry, you asked me something. We got Every Friday Susan on the horn.
I looked like you were trying to get my attention. So do we have Every Friday Susan?
Yep.
I would say, Every Friday Susan, yay! Hey, doll, how's it going? What's going on?
Happy Friday. So in the same vein of what you're talking about, I was thinking the same thing, but not in regards to drug commercials as much as it was very sugary, fruity, crappy cereals. It wasn't like Kellogg's, like Cheerios. It's Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms, and it's like Jamar Chase, and it's like Justin Jefferson. It's huge NFL stars, and I've never seen that.
Yes, that's right.
Other than like back in the 80s when they had the toucan for the Fruit Loops, they didn't really, and any cereals that they've advertised recently, it's like Kashi or something, Cheerios, like something somewhat healthy. But now it's Fruit Loops and Lucky Charms, and I'm thinking, I wonder if they're just trying to get it out there because they know the kibosh is coming down. So the ingredients.
That's the other thing.
You gotta, if they have Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson in the same commercial, what are they paying those guys?
Yeah, obviously it's worth a lot of money because they wouldn't do that for free. And I'll bet. I mean, something's coming. I think they're afraid to go. Oops, are you okay? What was that? Are you under attack?
No, I'm on the belt line, and they have that one music fest, so they've got all these little carts going around everywhere.
Okay. Because we'll come and rescue you. We'll come and get you if you're in trouble.
I need an SOS. No, I'm good.
Okay, well, just.
Sorry, between me and then Neil with that noise in the background, it sounded like a vacuum cleaner.
Well, there's something technical. I don't know what I bit. There's something on the line. We'll get it fixed up at some point. Sorry, it was annoying.
That was the paddy wagon coming to get me.
Yeah, there you go. You and me both. All right. Well, listen. Hi to Kelly and have a great week. And thanks Every Friday, Susan. Or anytime, sweetie. Thank you, Dom. I love that girl. Kimber Pete and Flounder 404-741-1230 445. And I was going to talk. I posted. I'll mention it here. We're going to take a little break here in a second. But I mentioned I posted the other day after I was watching. Watching Saturday college football, and I think it was for Oklahoma. Number 0 tried to catch a pass or got tackled or something out of bounds, and really creamed a state trooper. Sent him flying ass over tea kettle. I mean, flying in the thing. And I reacted to it, and I'm getting creamed on my Facebook page because of what I thought was that. I know, it's unbelievable. I'm coming back. Well, I'll explain. 4:45 already. Holy cow. Look out. Holy moly.
If you're paying
It's time
attention,
for the
if you're connecting the dots, you're beginning to see just how important illegal aliens were and are to the Democrat Party. It is no wonder Joe Biden did absolutely nothing but instead encourage the flow of illegals across the border into the United States. Two stories. Nancy Pelosi and other California Democrats are threatening to arrest federal agents if they break California law. Of course, that is meant to intimidate ICE agents, and to turn the screw a little tighter, the ICE agents were reminded that if they are arrested, Donald Trump would not be able to pardon them. And then we have the Democrat governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker. He created the Illinois Accountability Commission to track the actions of ICE agents. No such commission to track the actions of illegal aliens and their criminal activities. Then, of course, Pritzker, being a Democrat, said that the ICE agents are going after black and brown people because of the color of their skin. Not because they broke the law coming here, not because they broke the law staying here, not because they've broken more laws while they're here, but because of the color of their skin. What an idiot. Oh, and let me remind you that in Texas, they found thousands of illegal aliens on the voter rolls, in the process of removing them right now. That also will probably be because of the color of their skin. Democrats were counting on eventually getting these illegals on the voter rolls across the country. How else are they going to stay in power? Those dreams are being destroyed, and they're up in arms. Neil Boortz, Extra 106.3.
Hi, Megan here with Southern Exteriors. In this holiday season, we're excited to give back by transforming a neighbor's home with a free, brand new James Hardie siding installation. No gimmicks, no fine print. You can enter for yourself or nominate a deserving friend, family member, or neighbor whose home could truly use it. But don't wait. Entries close December 1st. To nominate, go to southernexteriors.co. That's southernexteriors.co.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's for Howard Brothers. Fall in Georgia is here. Cooler days, changing leaves, and plenty of outdoor projects. At Howard Brothers, they've got everything you need to tackle the season, from mowers and blowers to grills and gear. Howard Brothers is your one-stop shop for work and play. Need parts or service? Their team is ready to serve you and keep your equipment running strong every season. This fall, make the most of your yard, your home, and your time with the trusted folks at Howard Brothers, proudly serving their community for 70 years and counting.
Hey, Atlanta's Mark from Atlanta Safe House. Just when you thought the country couldn't get any crazier, the Democrats surprise you. Shutting the government down for lame political reasons, liberals complaining of taking criminals and illegals off the street. When will this craziness stop? Well, in this crazy world, there is one place to go for peace of mind. Drop by Atlanta Safe House and let the safe experts help you select the safe to best protect your hard-earned valuables. Our brands include Browning, Fort Knox, Champion, and many more. So go by the showroom or go to atlantasafehouse.com.
This fall, the gridiron calls, which means you'll be road tripping to games across the South, and you'll need a reliable ride to get you there. And Subaru of Gwinnett has the vehicle for you. But a new car, truck, or SUV from Subaru of Gwinnett is about way more than just getting to the games. It's about getting the family home. It's about getting to work safely, but it's also about getting the most out of every adventure. If you're driven by an adventurous heart, the 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Or maybe it's the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. It holds the road with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, and it holds everything you need for the tailgate. And no matter where adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you'll love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruofGwinnett.com and let your adventurous mind run wild. Then stop in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth.
This is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
All right, I got now. Feeling a little bad here, baby. Getting your cool on with Michael Jackson. 1987. Started 2 weeks at number 1 on the singles chart with Bad. It's number 3 hit in Britain. This was huge, man. What a talent. Just
Who cares?
Unbelievable. The music video for Bad was directed by Martin Scorsese, and I didn't know this, or if I did, I forgot it. It co-starred, if you remember, one of the first appearances of the yet undiscovered actor Wesley Snipes. Nobody knew who he was in 1987, and the Bad video was released in late 1987, Michael Jackson. I mean, this was what a starts to build. He's moving. What a story. 4:52. Let's get to the phones. It's Canada Jeff. Hey, Canada Jeff. Hey, what's going on, my friend? What's up?
How's it going, guys?
Yes, sir. You moving down here yet?
It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah. Now
only thing we got going is baseball.
Yeah, we got the World Series tonight, Toronto, and tell us what you think. And are you excited, or what's going on up there?
I think it's the only thing all Canada's got going for it right now.
And by the way, did you see that Donald Trump made you guys cave in when he said, I'm not talking to Canada anymore about these tariffs until you admit, and they took down the ad about Ronald Reagan that they were rubbing his face in it. And so they said, no, we just wanted to get your attention. So here we go.
Oh, I know. It's so stupid. And that was the premier of our province.
Yeah, Ottawa, was it? Yeah. Not good. Yeah.
He's an idiot.
Well,
yeah. But the good thing is that when it comes to election candidates calling around trying to secure locations for voting booths for as of November 1st, because I don't think our budget's the federal budget's going to go through, and we're probably going to have a snap election before Christmas.
You know, I still don't understand how so many other countries in the world, including yours, just change government. They say, well, that's not working. Let's, do it again. I'm thinking, wow. I mean, when this happens, what's the turnout like? Do people take these seriously? I mean, do you get like an 80% turnout, or is it like 20%? Nobody really cares. They just do what they want.
It's usually a bad turnout in general in Canada, but this time I think it'll be better.
Really?
But yeah, they have confidence votes, and if the government loses a confidence vote, then they have 40 days. They have to do an election within 40 days.
On the ballot, does it actually say confidence vote, yes or no, confidence in the government, or is it that simple?
Well, it's a confidence vote for, like, it's a budget going through, and if it doesn't get approval from a majority of the government, then they have to call an election.
I got you.
And he has a minority government, so... But the thing is, you guys taking the Dodgers over the Jays? Are we betting here or what?
Well, I honestly loved Toronto when I went there for the World Series back in the 90s. I'm very impressed with that city, and I appreciate Canada for a lot of things they've done over the years, but I'm picking the Dodgers.
Gambling is not allowed in Bushwood, sir.
And I never slice.
Don't count that.
I'm saying I get 3 quarts of maple syrup, and I'm going to mail it down to you guys.
Oh, well, what do you want?
Wait a minute. That's if we lose?
If the Jays lose, I send you maple syrup.
No. We should get something for winning, not maple syrup. We don't eat maple syrup in the South.
That was cold.
Not in the South. We don't do maple syrup. We do sorghum down here.
Yeah, well, I still got some maple syrup. I gotta love maple syrup. Yeah, well, what do you want to gamble or bet on? I don't know what would make you happy if you win. It would come from Georgia. Peaches or?
Well, let's see. What do you guys got down there?
I don't know. What do we have?
Pecans.
Onions.
Onion. We have sweet onions.
We have pecans, for God's sake.
We have pecans.
Pecans is a good idea.
Pecans, yeah. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll do that. We'll do a pecan.
Wait, you don't have sweet onions up there.
No, you can't send them up, though, because they wouldn't get across the border.
Oh, no
But
kidding.
pecans will get across the border.
Pecans will be.
Pecans will, yeah. Okay. All right, cool. Well, there's your deal. Yeah. Now, how's your weather, by the way? First game's up there tonight, right? It's in Toronto, right? Isn't it?
Yeah. It's in a dome, Kimber.
Oh, hell, that's right. That's right.
It's cold. But we were down in Lake Placid, New York last weekend.
Oh boy,
and it was beautiful.
Well,
it was beautiful.
That's a great time of year in that part of the country. Cool.
Yeah,
excellent.
I didn't see that house by the ski jump though. Now I want to go back.
Yeah, you got to. Yeah.
Did you do the bobsled?
Yeah, we just walked around. We were there just for the day and the night, so we just. It was a nice romantic weekend,
Excellent. Well, good for you. All right, we'll give a hug and kiss to the missus, and the bet is on, my friend, Canada Jeff. And good luck. To have fun tonight. All right, my friend. We'll talk to you later.
So we got the Dodgers? Oh, boy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, do you think Toronto has a good chance? Or are they a 50-50 chance?
I think Dodgers in 5 or 6.
I think Dodgers in 6.
I think it's going to be a good one. I think it's going to be fun. And the Blue Jays could surprise us. Let's
they got a great team. Seattle.
I don't like either team, though. So.
Yeah. Well, anyway, but I it'd be nice to see. I'd love to see. Well, I hope Shohei has a great series thing because I'd love to see him continue what he's done so far in the playoffs. Would be magnificent. I think. Flounder, we got a time for a little Flounder's funny. 4:58. We'll get it on the back end. All right, sure. In that case, let me see here. Hold on. No, it's okay. I got a little fun, kind of a funny story. Yeah, we'll need to get it on the back end. All right. Well, that's fine. Oh, in fact, you know what? This is unbelievable. I still don't believe this. There's I guess I said that twice. The National Geographic has a list of the top destination hotspots in America. The list of I beg your pardon, the best world travel list. World list for the roundup for next year. Called on the world list are 4 locations in the United States. Of the world list of places you must visit, one of them in America is the Badlands in North Dakota. I would say that's probably true. I've been in the Badlands and the foothills. It's really rugged landscape and sweeping hills and prairies and canyons. The Teddy Roosevelt, we used to go there to seek refuge, hunting bison. Anyway, Badlands. Number 2, Route 66. From Chicago to Santa Monica, California. And in fact, if you go through the Oklahoma part, they've dedicated 400 miles of it with all the old-fashioned neon signs, revived all the motor courts and roadside attractions just like the old days. I want to take Route 66. I tried to do it once on my Harley and never made it. Maui, Hawaii's number 3 for American getaway destination of world places to go. And number 4, it lists Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, for its thriving cultural scene with Pittsburgh's Carnegie Museum of Art. And Pittsburgh is the number 4 spot in the world.
No.
Destination world travel spot. No. Pittsburgh.
I like Pittsburgh, but come on.
There's your Flounders funny right there. 5 o'clock. Holy crap, but sports is coming up. We never did tweets. We'll get that too. We're coming up.
Streaming across Georgia on the Extra 106.3 app. This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Extra 106.3.
On day 24 of a government shutdown, I'm Lisa Brady, Fox News. There's reassurance about the safety of air travel as air traffic controllers work without a paycheck.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy says, yes, our airports and flights are safe because he says if they have shortages or controllers seem too stressed over not getting paid.
We pay close attention to that, and we will reduce the capacity of airplanes taking off and landing, or we will cancel flights.
Duffy says as much as 53% of flight delays right now are due to staff shortages because of the shutdown.
Fox's Jessica Rosenthal, one union leader, says some controllers are now also working as delivery drivers. Democrats say health care funding issues should be addressed as part of a bill to end the shutdown. Republicans in Congress say the government should reopen first. The world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald Ford, is heading for South America along with its strike group, continuing a U.S. buildup in the region. The Trump administration says is part of a fight against drug cartels.
President Trump has been hinting that he may soon take his war on drugs, which right now is playing out at sea in the Pacific ashore, and it appears towards that end, the Pentagon right now is deploying a major Navy asset to the region to help in this operation. This announcement comes a few hours after the Pentagon carried out its 10th strike on an alleged drug boat.
Fox's Jillian Turner, those strikes in the Caribbean and Eastern Pacific have killed more than 40 people. Meantime, the Trump administration slapping sanctions on Colombia's president, his family, and a member of his government, accusing him of allowing drug cartels to flourish. In a response posted on social media, President Petro says he's been combating drug trafficking for decades and helping to stop cocaine use in the U.S., calling the new sanctions quite a paradox. He's defending a policy of agreements with cocoa leaf growers to encourage them to switch to other crops. America is listening to Fox News.
It's Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and LifeLock is here with tips to help protect your identity. Use strong passwords, set up multi-factor authentication on your accounts, report phishing, and update your software on all your devices. And for comprehensive identity protection, LifeLock is your best choice. LifeLock not only alerts you to suspicious uses of your personal information, but also fixes identity theft, guaranteed, or your money back. So stay smart, stay safe, and stay protected with a 30-day free trial at LifeLock.com. Use the promo code BECK. Terms to apply.
An official message from Medicare.
Medicare plans change from one year to the next. And this year, it's important for you to review your current coverage and compare all your options during Medicare open enrollment. Compare health plans, drug coverage, and costs. See if you can save some money, and don't forget to make sure your drugs are covered. Open enrollment ends December 7th. Visit Medicare.gov or call 1-800-MEDICARE.
Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of leg. Ready on your dog target. Hair, help, hair, daily, help. Road guards out. Hair, help, hair, daily. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kiver. How's it going? Kiver and Pete and Flounder and Let It Rip Friday with you. Our number 404-741-1230, 741-1230. I just saw a headline. Guess what the name of the new ballroom is going to be with the president tearing down the East Wing?
The Donald J. Trump Memorial.
The Donald J. Trump Ballroom. He's naming it after himself, which is fine by me, but still.
He paid for it.
And I'll bet it's going to be dripping solid gold. Everything everywhere. Oh, man. Anyway, and the left is going nuts. I mean, the Democrats are literally, it's destroying America's history.
But the blatant lies about the fact like it's never happened before. That's how stupid they think people are, the Democrats. Yeah. They think they're too stupid to know the history of it, and they're too stupid to even look up whether this has happened before.
There's a list of every time there's been a reconstruction. I mean, there's been almost every president's done something to change the White House structure.
You are such sheep and stupid sheep at that you believe every utterance that we have, and you won't even look up to see if we're lying or not.
Yeah. I mean, it's really it. And they're going crazy. They're just going crazy.
And have Chelsea and Hillary Clinton, of all people, lecturing about messing with the White House when they stole tens of thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
In fact, the latest story, this popped up on New York Post a short while ago. Chelsea Clinton ripping Donald Trump's, quote, disregard for history, taking a wrecking ball to our heritage. This is Chelsea, the $100 million heiress. Extensive White House renovations, tearing down East Wing to get the ballroom. A disregard for history is a defining trait of President Trump's second administration, she wrote, criticizing his changes at the Smithsonian and the DEI censorship campaign at the Pentagon with the Enola Gay airplane. Remember that? Renovations aren't objectionable because of who orders them or who pays for them, Chelsea wrote, while noting Trump has authority over White House grounds as the president. But authority is not the same as stewardship. Stewardship requires transparency. I know. Transparency, consultation, and and an accounting for history. This is what happens when you take a wrecking ball to our heritage. Well, the social media is going nuts. Hey, how about reminding what happened with Monica Lewinsky in the sex scandal and the ejaculatorium forum room, the new lounge that your father set up. Your dad turned the White House into his own personal Burning Man tent, and we all get it. I'm sorry, but of all the people I want to hear from least on the subject of desecrating the White House, it's anybody with a name Clinton. I mean, holy criminy.
The balls on her.
Caroline Levitt talked about the fake outrage. Every president who's lived in this beautiful White House, she says, behind me, has made modernizations and renovations of their own for decades. They've joked about how they all wish they had a larger space to have the White House to have a really good ballroom dance and a big meeting of befitting America's cultural stance in the world. I mean, holy criminy. I mean, there's these fake screaming tears and outrage, and they're the ones who tore down all the statues honoring America's heritage. You know, talk about desecrating what America stands for. You have the balls to tear down the statues of George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson. And claim that it's for the benefit of America's future? You're people training our children to hate their own country, and you talk about desecrating the White House? You dirty, rotten snakes. I mean, honestly, I do not see an ending to this division. I don't see it. There's no healing. Do not see a path to healing. I don't.
Well, you know what's funny is that it was, 20-something years ago or more, Putin said that America would balkanize.
We'll eat ourselves.
Yeah, we'd split up.
Yeah. I mean, and again,
well, let's face it, the empire's gotten too big. The federal empire's gotten too large. It can't. Yeah. It's no longer in control. We have no longer any control over it, basically, as we found out with Doge. Yeah. It's out of control. And at some point, that spirals into the point where it breaks up.
Well, I mean, honestly, I think culturally,
the Pacific Northwest is an open rebellion. Yeah. California is an open rebellion. Illinois, an open rebellion.
Yeah, that's right. Attacking federal agents. And again, Anna Navarro, the guy on CNN, Flounder, just said his name, Craig Jennings or somebody Jennings.
Scott Jennings.
Scott Jennings. And it gets in arguments with that Anna Navarro, who's a danger to America. She actually had the nerve to say things like, well, the ICE agents they're totally untrained, don't know what they're doing. They're shooting everybody's dogs, and they're actually taking parents away and leaving their children unattended in cars all by themselves. I mean, and Scott Jennings said, whoa, wait a minute. What are you talking about? They're shooting all the dogs in the neighborhoods and stuff. Well, yeah, and he said, I haven't heard about that. And so then one of the other guests on the panel said, well, Scott, just because you haven't heard about it doesn't mean it didn't happen. And Anna Navarro says, yeah, they're taking the parents away and leaving the kids alone by themselves. Go in a car or something. It's like, it's incredible. They're stealing the parents. I'm going, oh my God, what is she talking about? They're just making it up.
Do you know how many children have been found in Memphis alone in the last few weeks?
Yeah, right.
Missing children.
Right.
Because of the crackdown.
That's right. The Biden administration is responsible as the world's biggest drug cartel, and also the Biden administration is responsible as the world's biggest human trafficking organization. Hundreds of thousands of unaccompanied children were brought to America with gangsters smuggled in for money and are gone. And the people, in fact, they looked at some of the documents of the people who came in and said, yeah, this is my kid, and he lives here in San Diego. And they said, okay, fine, welcome to America. And all the, hundreds and hundreds were all signed by the same person and had the same name and the same dates. They were all fake. They were just fake documents that the people under Biden were told to let them in, get them, sign a document, take their ID. Okay, you've proved you have an ID, therefore you're welcome to America. And they're in. Hundreds of thousands of children because of Biden. And now they're telling lies, and they're saying, well, in fact, I couldn't find the sound. I heard this last night. God, I can't believe I forgot to mention this. Last night going home, Jesse Kelly was off again. I thought, are we trying to get
real quick? We got Marty on the horn. He wanted to chime in on the Scott Jennings.
Let's go. Marty, you're on the radio, man. What's up?
Hey, that whole Scott Jennings thing, I saw that.
Yeah.
What you should have said was that the report actually states that children who are legally born here have been turning in their illegal parents. Just because you haven't heard about that doesn't mean it's happening.
Yeah, right.
I mean, how ridiculous is that?
And honestly, it's just, and these people, they talk like they know what they're saying. It's like the old
making it up.
It's like the old cliches about the guy hanging around the barber shop just to talk to you. Right. I saw that myself. Yeah, that guy was really right. Yeah. I mean, that's what that's exactly what it is. Oh my God.
So, I mean, where are they pulling it from? I mean, I got an idea of where they're pulling it from, but they can say almost anything and they believe it themselves.
Yeah. It's scary. It's dangerous. It's scary. It's un-American. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
It's just more Democratic communist propaganda.
Yep, you're right. Marty, thanks, man. Thank you. I was going to mention, I heard last night on the Jesse Kelly show there was a fill-in guest, the guy from Phoenix, a radio station. From Phoenix filling in, and he played an interview with a woman in the National Guard. I think it was probably in Illinois. I'm assuming might have been California. Either way, a woman in the National Guard, and a reporter asked her. The reporter said, "Well, what are you going to do if they assign you to go as part of a federal contingent of National Guard troops to go guard federal properties and take care of looting and stuff like that and violence in the city?" And the National Guard woman said, "Well, I'm not going to go." And the girl said, "Well, you would turn down an order." I would refuse that order. I would refuse the order. And then she said, well, because I think she was of Mexican heritage, apparently American citizen, but in the National Guard, National Guard, Mexican heritage. And she said, well, she said, it's just wrong. We need to finally stand up for what's right in America and not have American troops turning on other American citizens. And I would refuse an order because it's time we did the right thing.
They're not American
but you're
citizens.
not. I mean, my God, woman, you should be court-martialed for the very thought of it. Court-martial her, send her, then guard Mexico. You do not, you're guarding America. And you refuse orders to guard America as a National Guardsman, woman, girl.
I actually don't have a problem with her doing that, but I want to see her go to prison.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, court-martial her.
You signed up. You signed the dotted line that you wouldn't resist orders.
That's right.
Now, there's some orders, that sometimes it's best to say no.
Well, me lie. I mean, obviously, but again, to go be part of the Guard contingent, she would say no.
Yeah, go to prison then.
Leavenworth, baby. Break a few rocks for about 12 years. Oh, my God. I mean, this American liberals.
There's consequences
in the military.
for that.
Yeah.
That's a protest. There are consequences.
Yep, that's right. Have a good protest, but you have to pay.
She signed up and she got the benefits of being in the National Guard,
that's
probably
right.
education, money, health care, and all that. Yep. But when the time gets tough, no, I don't want anything to do with that.
Yeah. That's wrong. 5:13, Kimmer P. Flounder. Hey, Let It Rip Friday. How's it going? Holy Grab of Sports coming up here. World Series tonight. And we'll have a little fun and see what's going on.
Let me do the sports.
Well, the guy called in from Canada. We had to talk about it. God. Anyway, all right, that's coming up here. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Stand by. It's coming right up here with Flounder and Kimmer and Pete.
And pending.
And pending Flounder, Kimmer, Pete time.
Neil Boortz is only live on Extra 106.3, bringing you daily commentary on the biggest topics of the day. Catch him throughout the day or hear his latest on the Extra 106.3 app.
They moved Atlanta Safe House, and the crowd goes wild because they're in Alpharetta now. In fact, they're on Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. Union Hill Road in Alpharetta, Atlanta Safe House. And by the way, they also have an Atlanta Safe House in Nashville and in Knoxville, just for the record, if you're up in that area. Anyway, great specials and sales all the time, and they have rebates. I mean, and going nuts with all the top brands. You never pay a sales tax on gun safes, and these things are beautiful. My first gun safe was a Browning, as I recall, years ago. They have American Security and Fort Knox. I mean, they got all the top brands. There's always rebates and sales, especially opening up their new place now on Union Hill Road in Alpharetta. And by the way, the pistol safes, God, you ought to see these things too. They're beautiful. And they've got, say, almost 200 of them right there. And they can design them on the inside to take care of bows and arrows and, documents and jewelry and secret lock stuff and barrel racks. And, I mean, they can do it. They can build you a family storm shelter and a vault door like some kind of banker or something. Anyway, always got great deals and no sales tax on gun safes. AtlantaSafehouse.com.
This is Window Nation, your source for affordable replacement windows at the highest quality. So if you've got old, drafty, sticky, or leaking windows, you need the experienced pros at Window Nation. You can pay a lot less and still get the premium windows you're dreaming of. Their custom windows are guaranteed to be a perfect fit, and they're backed by the best warranty in the industry. Go to getwindownation.com or call 866-90NATION for your free estimate. And for a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 windows free, plus no payments for 2 years.
Join Daniel Matalon, CEO of A Second Chance Bail Bonds, and co-host Tug Cowart as they bring together law enforcement, justice insiders, and voices from every part of the justice system, victims, advocates, and people who've turned their lives around. It's not PR, it's not fluff. It's an honest talk about what's working, what's broken, and how to build a better path forward, 1 second chance at a time. This week's guest is Cobb County District Attorney Sonia Allen. Justice Unfiltered. Unfiltered, informed, and unbiased.
No one plans on going to jail, but when it happens, it's important that you know who to call. Call A Second Chance Bail Bonds, where we believe everyone deserves a second chance. Whether your loved one's been arrested in Cherokee, Clayton, or any of the other metro Atlanta counties in between, A Second Chance Bail Bonds works fast to help expedite release within hours. A Second Chance. It's better to know us and not need us than need us and not know us. Call A Second Chance 24/7 at 404-BAIL-OUT or online at atlbail.com.
Experience luxury like never before behind the wheel of a brand new Cadillac from Jim Ellis Cadillac.
From the iconic Escalade to the innovative electric Lyriq, Jim Ellis Cadillac offers the models you know and love, along with the latest in luxury EVs.
And the buying experience just as luxurious as the Cadillac name itself. With great prices, a great selection, and a team of knowledgeable sales associates, you'll love shopping at their showroom conveniently located on Peachtree Boulevard, just inside the perimeter.
Prefer to shop from home? Visit JimEllisCadillac.com, where you can browse all the latest offers and even start or complete your entire purchase online with the Jim Ellis Expressway.
Want to try before you buy? Schedule an at-home test drive and enjoy the convenience of home vehicle delivery. Luxury is waiting. Experience it today at Jim Ellis Cadillac. Jim Ellis Cadillac, where you can always expect the best.
Hey, this is John Flading. I'm the president and owner of ATL Turf Co. We are a family-owned, operated, independent local company. We have over 15 years of artificial grass design, installation, and sales experience. From premium artificial lawns and backyards, custom putting greens, sports fields, hardscape, drainage. We do both residential and commercial. If you can dream it, we can build it. Just go to atlturfco.com to schedule an appointment.
Children are a gift from God, and every day, thousands of women across the nation are facing unplanned pregnancies with nowhere to turn. Right now, nearly 1 in 4 pregnancies end in abortion, and that's over 3,000 lives lost every single day. But through the Preborn Network clinics, there is hope. These clinics provide free ultrasounds that introduce a mother to her baby, and that is the moment that changes everything. Over 350,000 babies have already been saved through this life-giving work. But it doesn't stop there. Mothers are being introduced to Christ, they're receiving practical support, and they're choosing life. Moms like Valeria, who thought she didn't deserve to have a child until her search led her to a Preborn Network clinic. Now she has a beautiful daughter who is already spreading life to others. This is happening every day. Just $28 a month can save a life, restoring a precious gift from God. Dial pound 250, say the keyword baby. That's pound 250, keyword baby, or go to preborn.com/Beck. That's preborn.com/Beck. Let's rescue a generation, one heartbeat at a time. Sponsored by Preborn.
1973, looking at YouTube, I got my Tootsie Roll Pop. Who loves you, baby? On this day, Kojak, starring Telly Savalas, debuted on CBS. I never missed it. And now sponsored by RBM of Atlanta. Holy crap, it's sports with Pete Davis.
Falcons quarterback Michael Penix Jr. questionable for when the Falcons host Miami Sunday at Mercedes-Benz. Kirk Cousins is getting a lot of the reps at practice. It's probably going to be Kirk.
Well.
Of the 14 NFL experts polled on AtlantaFalcons.com from Sports Illustrated, CBS Sports, ESPN, NFL Network, and The Athletic, how many do you think have chosen Atlanta to beat the Dolphins?
Out of 14, Dolphins are 1-6.
Something like
honestly, I would go joke around here, but I'll bet you out of 14, I'll bet you 9 of them say Falcons will beat the
higher.
Really? 10?
Higher.
11, 12.
Higher.
13, 14.
14.
Yeah, well, 1-6, and they're sticking with that left-handy there. The Hawaiian guy.
Tagovailoa.
Yeah, they're sticking with him. So we'll see.
Game 1 of the World Series tonight in Toronto. Blake Snell for the Dodgers. Rookie Trey Yesavage for the Blue Jays. Infielder Bo Bichette has been activated by the Jays after missing all of the postseason so far with a knee injury. Bo will play second base and bat cleanup tonight. Bo Bichette has not played second in 6 years when he was in the minor leagues.
Isn't he a shortstop?
Yeah, hasn't played it since he was in AAA.
Wow.
That's pretty ballsy to bat him clean up and play him in a position.
Now, is that because he's a bad knee and he doesn't have to move around as much as shortstop does, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know.
That's funny.
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
Matt Olson won the Fielding Bible Award for the best defense at first base.
Whoa.
162 games played. Matt had a .996 fielding percentage. It's the 5th time Olson has won it.
Outstanding. Good for him. Congratulations.
One of my childhood memories, wrestling legend Abdullah the Butcher is in the hospital with an undisclosed ailment. It's reported to be serious. Thoughts and prayers. The 84-year-old used to own a ribs and Chinese restaurant here in Atlanta. It was called Abdullah the Butcher's House of Ribs and Chinese Food on Fairburn Road, serving a unique menu that blends barbecue favorites like ribs and rib tips with fried gizzards, teriyaki chicken, and sweet and sour dishes.
My mother used to fry chicken gizzards and chicken livers, and I loved them.
Actually, that sounds pretty good. Everything but the gizzard sounds pretty good from that menu I just read.
Yeah.
Oh, it's disgusting. My uncle used to eat gizzard. He was famous for cutting himself to bleed in the ring. He fought the likes of Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant. And I remember the Wild Man or the Madman from Sudan fighting Mr. Wrestling 2, which I think probably happened, or maybe it was just a memory that played tricks on me, or the ghost of Gordon Soley has suddenly arrived and gotten involved in this.
Wow.
My dad and uncle took me and my brother to the old Atlanta Sports Arena to watch the wrestling. Somebody brought a metal chair into the ring and pounded Abdullah on the head with it.
Oh, no.
Started to bleed. He reached into his trunks, produced a knife, and proceeded to chase the other wrestler out of the ring and up our aisle to our seats.
Oh, my God.
I've never seen my dad and uncle move so fast in my life. They abandoned us.
Stay here, kids.
Yeah. He's not going to eat you, children, but we're running.
Man, that's funny.
Abdullah the Butcher in the WWE Hall of Fame back in 2011. The restaurant closed back in 2016, but hopefully Abdullah will recover.
Oh, good for him. 84, huh? Good for him.
The Hawks in Orlando tonight to try and erase the embarrassment of their home opening debacle against the Raptors. But Kristaps Porzingis is out with the flu. And frankly, a couple players look like they had it during Game 1. I saw one of them actually go into the tunnel and bend over like he was going to get sick. And I was thinking, I wonder if they got the flu or something. And obviously, two of them probably did.
Yeah. Wow.
Zachary Rissache is questionable. He's got a right ankle sprain. Celtics, Jaylen Brown says the NBA is not doing enough to shield the poor grown-ass men millionaires from the dangers of wagering.
Oh, that's too bad. They should be protected because they're too stupid to know that gambling is, could be fixing games is wrong. And by the way, did you see? Are you going to talk about the Charles Barkley thing at all? I read a little.
I am.
Oh, okay.
I am.
All right. I'm sorry.
All right.
Go, keep going, please.
During Thursday's installment of the Gil's Arena show, former NBA star Gilbert Arenas, clad in his Huskies jersey, danced into the set carrying a brown paper bag labeled "Informant Lunch."
Mm-hmm.
He was indicted on 3 federal charges. July 30th, connection with a federal indictment alleges he hosted illegal high-stakes poker games at his mansion in Encino, California.
Mm-hmm.
When his co-host asked him about it, Arenas said, "Informant? Nah, this is lunch."
Yeah.
He also called himself Agent Zero and joked about snitching on other players. Arenas then made it clear that he did not have any involvement in the FBI's probe into the cases, saying, quote, "I'm going to clean this up here.
Yeah.
2 of them N-words is gambling on NBA. 1 is throwing poker games and robbing his friends. It ain't got blank to do with me," end quote.
Well, there you go.
After the news broke, a video resurfaced of Arenas celebrating his release from an L.A. jail after the July arrest on a gambling probe. Released on $50,000 bond, he pleaded not guilty. Charged with 1 count of conspiracy to operate an illegal gambling business, 1 count of operating an illegal gambling business, and 1 count of making false statements to federal investigators. I think they charged him twice there.
Yeah.
Arenas also joked that he would not go near the Mafia. "I watch enough movies to know the last group you want to snitch on is the Mafia. I watch Dateline. They still ain't found people since 1947. I like my YouTubing career.
Yeah, whatever happened to Hoffa?
Now, I think Arenas, wasn't he when he was with the Wizards, once pulled a gun in the locker room on one
I believe
of his
that was
teammates?
him. Yeah, I believe that was him. Yeah.
Now, Outkick.com has a great story about how ESPN has covered or did not cover the NBA betting scandal. Only Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal had the Buckies to say the NBA dropped the ball by investigating then clearing Terry Rozier. Shaq saying innocent until proven guilty, but usually when the FBI has something, they have you. They'll wait 2, 3, 4, 5 years, but when they come knocking on your door, they have something. Now, that's not always true. We discovered that when the FBI made up all that crap during the Mar-a-Lago raid. Sometimes the FBI is full of it.
Yeah.
Now, both Sir Charles and Shaq rolled their eyes when Kenny Smith said, "We have to realize that gambling is an addiction and what makes you illogical decisions." To which Barkley responded, "That's not addiction. That's stupidity. You can't fix basketball games."
Right. Whether you're an addict of anything or not, you can't do that.
Chauncey Billups' attorney released a statement into the wild denying any wrongdoing, and that Chauncey was the type of guy who rescues kittens from trees and helps old ladies halfway across busy streets. They're all circling the wagons on Chauncey Billups here because no brother's ever done anything wrong, by the way.
And again, I'm seeing stories pop up of people saying, "Well, gee, that reminds me of I wonder what happened in that game a year ago or 3 months ago."
Yeah,
all of a sudden, all those things that looked a little fishy to people who have money riding on games are going to be looking into it. I'm telling you, I'm predicting this is going to be involving most of the NBA teams and not all the players, but they're
covered.
I'm telling you, and now how are you going to place a bet on NBA games if you don't trust that they're still? And now you have to imagine that nobody's going to be doing shenanigans now because they're under a spotlight. But still, I mean, what a horrible thing. And I guarantee you, it's going to spread and grow, and it's going to go back years. And they're going to look at games that have been fishy for a long time and say, Anyway,
maybe they'll stop them from traveling too. Don't take Buffalo's head coach Deion Sanders into the wild if you want to live. Recently, Deion visited Estes, Colorado, a beautiful spot where he saw several large animals. Here's what Sanders said about them, quote, "What do you call those big things? The moose? Elks? What's a moose? He's bigger. I'm black, okay? I don't know elk, moose, deer." End quote.
Oh, my. Oh, Deion, now come on. That can't be true.
Now,
you have never saw Bullwinkle?
I wouldn't want him to take Deion hunting anytime soon. He's liable to shoot the Jeep.
Yeah, shoot the cow,
Or you.
Yeah, or me.
Yeah. It's one thing for a political campaign to use a song, and at some point the singer says, "Knock it off." It's another to steal a team's logo. The commie jihadi enthusiast running for mayor of New York City put out a logo exactly like the New York Knickerbockers.
Yeah.
But instead of saying Knicks, it said Zoran. So team owner James Dolan, who is a Democrat, put out a statement saying, quote, "The New York Knicks have sent New York City mayoral candidate Zoran Mamdani a cease and desist letter for using the New York Knicks logo to promote his candidacy. The Knicks want to make it clear that we do not endorse Mr. Mamdani for mayor, and we object to his use of our copyrighted logo. We will pursue all legal remedies to enforce our rights."
So there, says the Democrat and the team in New York, and maybe that'll help.
Well, Dolan gave $70,000 to Democrat New York Governor Kathy Hochul, so he's a lib, but he's not a commie.
He's not an idiot.
College football tonight, Columbia, Dartmouth. Who you got?
I got to go Dartmouth just because of Animal House.
All right. Animal House. Why Animal House?
It was based on Dartmouth.
Okay. Cal visits Virginia Tech and Boise State in Nevada. Nick Saban once again saying, "I am through with college coaching. I want to stay retired. I do not want Jimmy Sexton, the agent, anywhere near Miss Terry, my wife. Because when she hears some of these numbers, she gets interested, and I'm not interested." The most watched college football game last week was the Ole Miss Georgia afternoon contest. At one point, 11 million fans tuned in. Much higher ratings than the Tennessee-Alabama night game. Once again proving which should have been the night game.
Yeah, I agree. I totally agree. That was real bad. Well, wasn't that the game that they were there for the ESPN pregame?
Yes.
Yeah, so, yeah.
And outside of Tennessee and Alabama, no one gives a rat's ass about that game. The NFL and Players Association are fining Giants interim head coach Brian Daboll $100,000 American dollars for sticking his fat head into the medical tent the other game to check on rookie quarterback Jackson Dart, an attempt to intimidate the doctors and letting him play, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know. That's what he was doing.
That's exactly what
it looked like it to me anyway, and everybody else too, by the way.
Allegedly. 1972, Jackie Robinson, weakened by heart disease and diabetes, died of a heart attack in his Connecticut home. The 53-year-old nearly blind baseball pioneer's death comes 9 days after his appearance at the World Series. Throughout the ceremonial first pitch before Game 2 at Cincy's Riverfront Stadium, and he urged the owners to hire a black manager, which would not happen until 3 years later when the Indians employed Frank Robinson.
Frank Robinson, yeah.
Yeah.
What a man.
And actually, the first one was Buck O'Neill, because he filled in as the Cubs manager.
That's true.
So the first one, but he wasn't appointed. He just filled in.
I used to love to watch Buck O'Neill on those baseball documentary things. Just one
of the finest men I ever met. I'm telling you, I've told this story before. One of the finest men I ever met. Yeah. In 2000, after he threw the jagged barrel of a shattered bat at Mets catcher Mike Piazza in the first inning of Game 2 of the World Series, the commissioner's office will fine Roger Clemens 50,000 smackers, but Yankee manager Joe Torre and Clemens both denied the incident was intentional.
Well, I remember seeing that, and
totally
it was like he pretended as though he was just getting rid of the dangerous bat piece, and he I curved it a little. That was a little iffy.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to go on the record now and tell you what a Richard that Roger Clemens was.
Yeah, I've never interviewed him.
The only man who was a bigger Richard of anyone I ever had to interview was Will Clark of the Giants, who to this day remains the biggest a-hole in sports that I ever saw.
He had a sweet left-handed swing. I'll give him that.
He did.
What a jerk.
But he was a rolling a-hole.
Yeah. Oh, Lordy. You are correct, sir.
To everybody, including the clubhouse boy that he made cry, and the grown-ass sports writers stood around and put their heads down like they didn't see what was going on.
I think you
I was a college kid sitting there going, is this really how these people act?
Yeah.
You know?
That's wrong. Pete Davis, 5:32. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. So much more coming up. And Flounder's funny. We'll do a tweet. Let's do tweets coming up next year.
This is the third time you've
well, again,
Sure, we'll do it.
What do I know? Sometime it's, I swear to God.
Host.
I promise.
President Trump is restoring freedom, bringing justice back to America, and restoring power to the people. And the conservative voice of Atlanta has his back and will always bring you the national and local voices you need when it matters most. Extra 106.3 FM and the Extra app.
Here today with Evan Ward of Atlas Retirement. And Evan, I recently read an article that said 65% of those surveyed, they're more worried about running out of money in retirement than they are of death itself. So let's talk about some of the ways you can help our listeners replace that paycheck they've relied on for all these years in their working lives.
Well, it makes sense that they'd be scared of that, because what do you do if you run out of money in retirement? You're going to go back to work? Who's hiring folks that are retired and physically and mentally? You're going to be able to do that. And isn't the whole point of having a financial advisor so that you never have to worry about that again? So one of the ways that we do that is we build a fully comprehensive income plan so that we know there's money coming in every month that'll cover your bills, give you the quality of life that you're looking for, no matter what the market's doing, no matter how long you live. In some cases, regardless of what happens to you health-wise. So we can put plans in place to eliminate or at least mitigate all of those kind of risks every single person deals with in retirement.
I know a lot of our parents relied on pensions, but let's be honest, Evan, the pension is becoming a thing of the past. But there are ways for folks to create their own personal pensions, aren't there?
Yeah, so I'm a big proponent of do-it-yourself pension. But when we do the pension ourselves, the one negative with a pension is all the value in the pension goes away once you turn on the actual income. With the plans that we build, with the do-it-yourself pensions, you maintain that asset, or more specifically, your surviving spouse, your kids. And so you live forever. You get a ton of paychecks, and whatever's left over goes to the wife and kids, surviving spouse, beneficiaries, whoever that might be.
Call Atlas Retirement for a complimentary review of your savings and investments today. Call 678-736-7799. Again, that's 678-736-7799. Investment advisory products and services made available through Impact Partnership Wealth, LLC, IPW, a registered investment advisor.
Hi, I'm Chris Lalamia, owner of the Trusted Toolbox. Are home repairs piling up? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Relax. We've got you covered. From drywall dings and leaky faucets to deck repairs and trim replacement, we're your one-stop shop for everything for your home needs. No more juggling multiple contractors. Just call us at the Trusted Toolbox and we'll handle it. Your home deserves the best, and we don't want you breaking your back trying. Call the Trusted Toolbox today at 770-623-3097 or visit us at thetrustedtoolbox.com. The Trusted Toolbox, your one-stop shop for home repairs and more.
This is Kelly Kroll asking you to step up to the plate for the men and women who have served our country and protected our freedom. The Warrior Alliance, an official community partner of the Atlanta Braves and the Atlanta Braves Foundation, is helping thousands of veterans to achieve success after military service. Either you or someone you know has served and deserves our support. The best way to say thank you for your service is by helping a veteran round the bases on their journey home. Donate today at thewarrioralliance.org.
When I first started using a CPAP, getting supplies and equipment was a horrible hassle. It pretty much stayed that way until I discovered CPAPs, etc.com. Same-day shipping on anything you might need, including travel CPAPs, hoses, masks, you name it. Same-day shipping. CPAPsETC.com or visit their store in Alpharetta. So easy, and you could be preserving your health and saving your life.
Georgia Tech men's basketball single game tickets for the 2025-26 season are now on sale. Secure your seat in the Thriller Dome to watch head coach Damon Stoudemire and the Yellow Jackets take on ACC opponents at home like Clemson, Wake Forest, and North Carolina. Angle pass tipped away, stolen, high post, Dongo. Dongo striding in, two-hand slam. Save your seat for all the on-court action at RamlinRack.com/tickets. Sting 'em.
Hey, it's Front Office Lowe's here to tell you about a new company that is changing the way people buy their next pre-owned car or truck. At The Honest Car Guy, they offer a completely transparent way to purchase a vehicle. You pay what he pays, plus a small, honest fee. You can choose any make or model. He will search the country for the best deal out there. He'll handle the paperwork, your trade-in, shipping, and even give you the bill of sale. Friends, I've done the research, and this is a buying process that you can trust. Call 844-SHOW-ME-1 or visit online at honestcarguy.com.
Political violence cannot stand. And Extra 1063 will continue on as the conservative voice of reason in Atlanta. We'll speak our mind, protect our values, and stand up for each other responsibly. Count on the Morning Extra, Glenn Beck, Clay and Buck, The Kimmer, and the legend Neil Boortz to always have your back. Proud to be the conservative voice of Atlanta. Extra 1063 FM and the Extra app.
That's right. Guarding you from violence. That's my job. Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Yeah, I've been a stepping stone. This guy can relate to the monkeys here. Boy, howdy. 1968. Newsweek magazine interviewed the Monkees. The Monkees were asked how they create their music. So Davy Jones, God bless him, says, this is not a rock and roll group. This is an act. That's what they were. They were an act. They were not.
We go to the meeting, they hand us the song.
Yeah, so here, you be this guy, you be that guy, sing this, and you'll get rich and have all the girls. Our birthday list includes Kevin Kline, the comedian and actor. Kevin Kline is 78 years old today.
A Fish Called Wanda.
A Fish Called Wanda. And someone, he played that, he was a gay teacher.
He played a movie where he was a gay teacher that got outed at the Oscars.
Yeah, and didn't he he actually kissed a guy in the movie or something? It was very controversial.
Yeah, at the end, he suddenly realized he was gay.
He was gay, yeah. They outed, was it his kids outed him? Or his class?
No, it was his former student. And was it Ethan Hawke or somebody that did it at the Oscars said, this is to my gay acting teacher.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, oh my goodness. Anyway, Kevin Kline, 78 years old. On this day in history, 1989, televangelist Jim Baker, the Reverend, sentenced to 45 years in prison and fined $500,000 for 24 counts of fraud and conspiracy from the PTL ministry. Praise the Lord. That was in 89. In 1991, an appeals court reduced from 45 years to 18 years. And then 3 years later, in 94, Baker was paroled after serving just under 5 years. When confronted about a missing $158 million, Jim Baker, the minister, claimed that Satan had gotten into his ministry's computers and made that money disappear. When asked if he could prove Satan stole the money, do you remember what he said? Quote, "Can you prove he didn't?" Jim Baker. And that was Paula Hahn, right? Wasn't that her name, Paula, the church girl?
Been Satan.
Satan. Anyway, Flounder, were you trying to get me there, sir?
Yeah, we got Patricia on the phone.
Patricia, hey, baby, how's it going? What's up?
I just had a thought when we were talking about all the truths and untruths and make-believe.
Yeah.
Kierkegaard said this. There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is.
Aha. I love it. Say that again, Patricia.
There are two ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is.
What is true. Yeah. Excellent. Excellent. And who said that?
Kierkegaard, Søren Kierkegaard.
Kierkegaard, famous Billy Kierkegaard. Yeah, I went to school with him many years ago.
Maybe it's time to resurrect some of his writings and some of the others, because the truth is happening every day.
Pete Davis is holding up a book that says Kierkegaard on it.
The Essential Kierkegaard. Yes.
Well, there you are. So great minds think alike.
I just thought, in light of everything that was going on, that quote was apropos today.
Yeah, absolutely. Patricia, thank you, sweetie. I appreciate it. You have yourself a great weekend.
Thanks, Kimmer.
All right, doll.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. 542, Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder. Now, look, I'm holding up a sign here, aren't I, Flounder? Holding up the sign. You guys get on my ass every time look who came through with the tweets. Now we got your memes, we got your sayings, Joe, we got your peach tweets.
All right, Flounder found this one.
All right.
Let's have illegal immigrants hunt down sex offenders for a chance at citizenship, and we'll call it Aliens versus Predators.
I like it.
Chairman Umau posts, What I learned from No Kings, it was attended by the last generation of Americans who believe everything they see on TV. As seen on TV.
Yeah.
Last week, priceless Napoleonic treasures were brazenly stolen in broad daylight.
Yeah.
There's video of them seeing them crawling down taking the electrical thing down.
Yeah, and then getting on their scooters. And
Last year, the Louvre in France got its first ever female head of security. She was hired by the museum's first ever female director. Just saying.
And by the way, Babylon B says the Louvre has announced they now have installed a Ring camera.
And every time I see the Louvre, I think of Brett Favre.
The Brett Favre, yes.
The V and the R, they're in the wrong place. I'm sorry.
Something happened, yeah.
Nate points out how much of a wild concept jury duty is. Have you ever thought about it?
Yeah, what do you mean?
Whenever the government wants, it can just say to you, don't go to work. We need you to solve a murder. Here's $15.
And a parking spot.
We need you to solve a murder. Come on.
And a lunch card. Yeah, a juror tag so you can eat lunch on that. Very funny. Babylon B says, Donald Trump unveils White House water slide. Oh, look out. Trump has just commandeered an excavator and he's heading for the Capitol. White House construction crew finds 1,300 more cocaine stashes. And one more, by the way, because it's getting close to it. Mom can't decide between allowing her kid to dress up for Halloween or having them get to heaven.
It took me a second to get that one. How could it be? Satan. Anyway, 545, Pure Pete Founder. Let's see. Real quick, I'm going to give a shout out to my wife, Veronica. She's back home and she got everything taken care of, so she got the day. she's the greatest girl. In fact, oh my God! And again, that was a terrible thing that happened. But the cake, and they dropped it and did the thing, and she got it all taken care of. Well, I'll bet she's taking a nice. In fact, maybe a glass of wine, a bubble bath, baker, some bubble bath would be good with all the above. Even better. Good screen. 5:45, 5:45, Kevin Feed founder. So we have so much Kevin Pamper. I know you do. Pamper.
Boortz and The Killer Show are all online for you anytime at thepodcastpark.com. Plus all of Extra's exclusive podcasts like Ben Burnett, Janelle King, and so much more. All at thepodcastpark.com. Presented by Associated Credit Union.
This fall, the gridiron calls, which means you'll be road tripping the games across the South, and you'll need a reliable ride to get you there. And Subaru Gwinnett has the vehicle for you. But a new car, truck, or SUV from Subaru Gwinnett is about way more than just getting to the games. It's about getting the family home. It's about getting to work safely, but it's also about getting the most out of every adventure. If you're driven by an adventurous heart, the 2025 Subaru Outback shares your spirit with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and up to 32 miles per gallon. Or maybe it's the all-new 2025 Subaru Forester. It holds the road with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive and it holds everything you need for the tailgate. And no matter where an adventure takes you, it starts on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth with the amazing staff at Subaru of Gwinnett. They'll help you find the Subaru that you love and be there every step of the way for everything you need. Start your shopping online at SubaruGwinnett.com and let your adventurous mind run wild. Then stop in for a test drive on Satellite Boulevard in Duluth.
Are you looking for something simple but delicious, sweet but also savory? Discover Schumann Farms Sweet Onions. Schumann Farms is a third-generation family farm with the Real Sweet brand sweet onions. Whether you're grilling, sautéing, or simply adding a fresh crunch to your salad, Schumann Farms has you covered. Look for Schumann Farms Real Sweet brand sweet onions at your grocery store and taste the difference for yourself. Schumann Farms, the Georgia family farm growing tradition and the world's sweetest onions.
You should never need financing for a simple garage door repair, but it's happening here. Out-of-town companies have invaded Atlanta for a cash grab, charging outrageous prices. Hi, I'm Dan Watkins, owner of All Four Seasons Garage, Entry Doors, and Windows. Stay local and stay on budget for every opening of your home. All Four Seasons, trusted in Atlanta for over 25 years, exceptional customer service, and fair, honest pricing. When trust matters, trust us. All the number 4 SeasonsGarages.com. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and for us at Stovall, this is a cause that hits close to home. My mother, mother-in-law, and now my wife have all battled breast cancer. Over the past 9 years, Stovall & Company has raised over $400,000 for the National Breast Cancer Foundation through our annual Pinktober fundraiser. During the month of October, 100% of the proceeds of our Pinktober plants, as well as 10% of all Rainbow Invention sales, will be donated to the National Breast Cancer Foundation. Stop by any of our 11 locations or visit our website at StovallInc.com.
Hey, Doc, nice office. Quick question. If you had to choose, would you give yourself a root canal or run payroll?
Run payroll, no question.
Seriously? Have you run payroll before?
Paying my team with Gusto couldn't be easier. Gusto gives me unlimited payroll runs, next-day direct deposits, and automatically files my taxes. Saves me time.
Wow, that's nice. Over here, Doc. I want payroll too. Choose payroll without the pain. Visit gusto.com/radio to sign up for free.
Hey, it's front office Lowe's for True Prep. The weather's cooler, but the deals are getting hotter at True Prep's fall clearance sale. Take advantage of markdowns across every department, from firearms to prepping products, and save up to 66%. Don't wait, these deals won't last. And once they're gone, they're gone. Go to TruePrep.com. That's TRUPrep.com and click the fall clearance sale banner at the top of the page to see all the items on sale. These deals are only good in store and while supplies last. So hurry into True Prep today. 1962, James Brown, a soul singer man. James Brown recorded his legendary Live at the Apollo album this day, 1962. Bum, bum. was listed at number 24 in Rolling Stone magazine's list of the 500 greatest albums of all time. Live at the Apollo, number 24, James Brown, 1962. Birthday list, let's see, this rap guy named Drake is 39, in case you're in that ilk. B.D. Wong is 65. B.D. Wong is Baldwin Pennypacker on AHS Apocalypse, Hugo Strange on Gotham, Father Ray Makuda on Oz, The Shrink on Law & Order SVU, and Dr. Henry Rule in Jurassic Park movies. B.D. Wong, 65. And on this day in history, now I've heard about a few different versions. I think this is the first actual one. The first barrel ride down Niagara Falls. Niagara Falls! Slowly, you said toying, too, for some reason. I've never understood that, but what a great bit. On this day in 1901, a 63-year-old school teacher named Annie Edson Taylor becomes the first person to successfully take the plunge over Niagara Falls in a barrel. Remember, this is 1901, but here's why. After her husband died in the Civil War, the New York-born woman moved all over the United States, settled in Bay City, Michigan, 1898. In 1901, in July, reading an article about the Pan American Exposition in Buffalo, she learned of the growing popularity of two enormous waterfalls on the upstate New York and Canada border. Strapped for cash and seeking fame, Taylor came up with a perfect attention-getting stunt. She'd go over Niagara Falls in a barrel. She wasn't the first person to try it over the falls. In October 1829, a guy known as the Yankee Leaper jumped down the 175-foot Horseshoe Falls of Niagara on the Canadian side with nothing on him. 70 years later, Miss Taylor chose to take the ride on her birthday. She claimed she was in her 40s, but she was at least 63. She married the guy from the Civil War. With help of two assistants, she strapped herself into a leather harness inside a custom wooden pickle barrel, 5 feet high, 3 feet wide, cushions lining the barrel to break her fall. She was towed by a small boat in the middle of the fast-flowing Niagara River and cut loose. She was violently rigged from side to side, propelled over the edge, reached the shore alive but battered 20 minutes after she started it. Photo engagement, she was unable to make the fortune she had hoped. She did inspire a number of copycat daredevils. 15 people went over the falls. 5 of them died. Among those who died were Jesse Sharp, took the plunge in a kayak in 1990, and a guy named Overcracker used a jet ski in 1995, and he died. And by the way, if you make it, they charge you with fines and criminal charges. What happened to the Yankee Leaper, the first one in 1829? Well, it doesn't say. Well, he made it, but he didn't go over in a barrel, so technically he was not, but apparently he lived. There's the mystery of Ed Delahanty, one of the first superstars in baseball in the late 1800s, who was drunk and kicked off a train, and they think he was walking across the trestle over the river, fell through the trestle drunk, and they found his body, if I remember correctly, they found his body at the bottom of the falls. Huh. And there was a big mystery whether someone killed him or whatever.
Wow. Oh, man. Mercy. Let's see. We got, by the way, I'm very excited. Tomorrow, they start turnout day today at the stables, and that means all the horses are turned out during the day. In the summertime, they go out at night because it's too hot during the day. So most of the horses now will be out all day long. So when I get there to take my videos and stuff, starting from now on, I'll get a lot more outdoor videos of the horses playing and cavorting around and have it. So it's going to be great fun. So I'm excited.
So when is
that.
Turnaway Day, where they tell you not to come back?
Any day when they change the gate code and take the battery away from my little clicker. I know one day I'm going to go. The gate's not opening. Jenny. Hello. Sorry, if you didn't get the memo, or I know I'm trespassing. I'm trespassing.
Hey, sorry, Cameron. Moose out front should have told you it's closed.
The moose out front, John Candy. Oh, my. Let's do a quick Donald Trump here, Flounder. This was freaking hysterical. As you know, they blew another boat out of the water, this time once again in the Caribbean, killed 6 suspected narco-terrorist guys, struck them at night. It was the first strike at night, by the way, they're saying, in the narco-trafficking route, and 6 terrorists killed. Donald Trump just was last night or whatever, was asked in one of his open sessions with the press, somebody asked him about whether he should get a court order before he starts killing people in the open oceans. Cut number one, Flounder, Donald Trump reacting to that.
Mr. President, if you are declaring war against these cartels and Congress is likely to approve of that process, why not just ask for a declaration of war?
Well, I don't think we're going to necessarily ask for a declaration of war. I think we're just going to kill people that are bringing drugs into our country. Okay? We're going to kill them. You know, they're going to be like dead. Okay.
The President of the United States. I mean, again, compare that to the last 4 years of the hidden cadaver. I mean, seriously, it's astounding.
And there's people who want to go back to that.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Go back to the old, that's right.
To have a cartel running the country, basically.
Oh, man. The human trafficking king. And the drug smuggling king. Anyway, and by the way, Senator Grassley from Iowa, he has now released more transcripts and more documents, including emails, proving that former Attorney General Merrick Garland under Biden, a Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, and former FBI Director Christopher Wray, the disgrace of Atlanta, should be charged with treason and being a traitor. They approved to do an FBI investigation, faking the fact that they complained that Donald Trump's associates tried to obstruct Congress and decertifying the 2020 election. And with that as a fake from the beginning, they've got the memo to show that the oversight will continue, proving that Christopher Wray was in charge of having this done. In fact, the girl, the Deputy Attorney General, wrote a memo when they wanted to fake this whole thing to begin with, and she said, I got the exact words here, hold on a second, she said... Well, no, I got it here in a second. Here we go. This girl, Monaco, the deputy chief of the Attorney General's office, said at the bottom of the document, passing it up to the FBI director, Merrick, I recommend, if this is to Merrick, I recommend you approve the Attorney General. And then Garland signed off on it and sent it to the FBI director, Christopher Wray, and boom, bang, pow. And that's what started that, led to the Mar-a-Lago raid and everything else. They've got more evidence of these people, this duplicity. These freaking Democrats, in fact, Donald Trump, number two. What do you think about how these Democrats are behaving, Donald Trump, he was asked, number two?
The Democrats play a very dirty game. It's all they're good at. They're good at a couple of things, cheating on elections and playing very dirty. And they have one good trait. They stick together. They stick together. They stick together through the worst policies that anybody's ever seen. It's unbelievable how they stick together. And I respect them for sticking together, but it's a dead party because their policies are no good.
And one more quick thing. We got 30 seconds. We're going to play a Flounders Funny for you. The former director of the FBI, Kimberly of the Secret Service, hired a girl named Allison Zupanik to guard the vice president's daughter. This girl, Zupanik, failed her test to be a Secret Service agent more than once, and she turns out that she was, on the side, she was a plus-sized fashion model. She's huge. She failed her physical fitness test many times, and she was featured shedding light on the preconceived notions of fat people doing modeling, and she failed her test, so they put her in special function maintenance thing to have her walk around with the vice president's daughter. Secret Service agent was too fat, couldn't pass the test, but she was a DEI hire because they wanted more women in the Secret Service. And remember, she said their goal was to have like 30% of all females, whether they can pass the test or not. Flounders Funny, one more shot before we go for the weekend, right?
You know, at Guantanamo Bay, we got to keep going. Guantanamo Bay, they have an arrow stenciled toward Mecca, so all the prisoners at Guantanamo Bay out in the rec yard 5 times a day can face Mecca to pray the right direction. They stenciled an arrow. And I just thought, you know, if I worked at Guantanamo Bay and was in charge of stenciling the arrow, I'd be like, hey, Bob, which direction is Mecca? Let's go, it's north. Go, what direction is Vegas. I would just sit back every day eating a pulled pork sandwich. Watching these guys pray to a slot machine.
Who's that there,
Adam Carolla.
Adam Carolla. There you go. Well, boys, have a great weekend. And I'm happy for Veronica, Mrs. Flounder, they got everything for your party and stuff. And Pete Davis, you and your mountain woman up, have a great weekend and happy sports watching and everything else, too. In the meantime, Christine, sing me home, baby. I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out. Herp.
This is WFOM and W292EV Marietta, a Dickey Broadcasting Station. Locally owned and heard throughout Georgia on the Extra app.